Hi, Judy. Are you busy right now? I can text you later if you're too busy, you know.
Oh, hello, Rebecca. How are you? What's the occasion? I'm not busy at all. And even if I am, I can always spare some time for you.
Oh, that's so sweet of you, Judy. Well, lately you haven't come to visit me at all, so I was starting to worry if something happened to you. I just wanted to check in on you.
Oh, thank you. I've been really busy with work lately and haven't had time to spare. The company keeps on making me do overtime these days because they can't find more people to hire. I'm so sorry I can't visit you so often.
Oh, no need to apologize, honey. How are you and John doing these days? Is he bothering you at all? I know he can be a real pain in the butt sometimes.
We're doing well. No problem whatsoever. Thanks for asking.
Really? That's good to hear. Oh, well, you know, I'm not trying to put you on the spot or anything.
Oh, please feel free to speak your mind. You know I'm always all ears.
You're 30 now, right?
Yes, that's right.
John is 32. So it's about time you guys got married, don't you think? Before it's too late?
Oh, you want us to get married? That's a bit sudden.
I mean, well, what's stopping you? You both have good jobs. No problem financially. The earlier you get married, the better. And you know how difficult it is to get pregnant when you're too old.
Oh, we haven't talked about getting married yet. The topic was never brought up. Never thought about having children, too.
I can't tell you what to do with having children. But didn't he ever tell you? He's dying to marry you. You should have seen him talking to me about you.
He is? I didn't know that. He never really expressed anything related to marriage. I had no idea.
Yes, he's so shy that he can't express himself. But he really wants to marry you.
Oh, I had no idea that he felt that way.
You should talk to him about it. I'm pretty sure he'll deny it at first. But if you nudge him a little bit, he'll tell you all about it.
Okay, I will. I'll ask him how he feels about this. This is quite a surprise, to be honest.
And by the by, the Angus prime ribeye you brought me last time was really delicious.
Really? I'm so glad you enjoyed it.
It was great. By the way, Judy.
What is it?
I haven't had lobster for so long. I think it's been almost a year since I had one of them.
Oh, lobsters? Do you want me to get some for you? I know a real nice lobster place downtown. They bring in the freshest Maine lobsters every week.
Is that so? Just the thought of it makes me happy. Next time, please bring some lobsters from that restaurant. No pressure, Judy. I'm just saying.
No worries. I'll get some for you next time.
Thank you, honey. And make sure you talk to John about the marriage.
Okay, I will. Take care. John, where are you? Are you at work?
I'm on my way home from work. Tough day today. What's the matter?
Have you ever thought of us getting married, John? Just out of curiosity, you know?
What are you talking about? Where did you hear this? Is this another prank?
It's not a prank. No, I mean, your mom talked to me earlier and told me, you know, that I should be getting married and there's no point waiting. And trust me, I did not know what to say.
My mom called you. And she said that?
Yeah, she mentioned it's about time we got married too, you know? Before it's too late. She even said we should have children before we get too old.
Oh, wow. Really? That's a lot to digest. So, what did you say?
Well, I told her I'll talk to you about it. It is our business after all.
Yeah, well, you're right. But you know, she's not so wrong after all.
What do you mean she's not wrong?
We've been dating for a while and we're both in our 30s now, so it's time to start thinking about marriage, don't you think? If we wait a little longer, we'll hit our 40s.
What? Wait, so she was telling me the truth?
What do you mean?
She said that you want to marry me. And she also said that you always talk about me to her.
My mom would just say stuff like that to you? I can't believe this.
So, do you really want to marry me?
Of course I want to. Don't you want to marry me too?
Sure I do. I think you would be a great person to marry.
Great, I knew you'd say that. Should we start looking into wedding venues and stuff?
What? Already?
What do you mean already? You said you want to marry me too?
Yeah, that's true, but isn't it a bit rushed for all that? You haven't even proposed yet.
Oh, I can always propose to you anytime. I will even buy you an engagement ring. Any design you want. But it's better to start looking into wedding stuff ahead of time.
Hold on a second. You are going to buy me an engagement ring?
Of course. What did you think I was, a stingy old Scrooge?
No, but, I mean, you never told me about any of this.
I know it might be a bit sudden and rushed. But don't worry, it's better to start now than later, don't you think?
You think so?
Of course! If we're going to get married anyway, we should start planning right away, right? Besides, you know how reservations can be difficult at this time of the year.
Okay. Let's take it slow and start looking into wedding venues and stuff.
Sure thing. We can start by meeting with both families.
Okay, I'll talk to my mom about it. I can't believe we're getting married.
I know, right?
Hey, Mom! Do you have a second?
Hi, Judy. What's up? Is there any problem?
I have something to tell you, Mom.
Something to tell me? What is it about?
Don't be surprised when you hear it, okay?
What is it? Tell me already. You're making me nervous.
I'm going to marry John.
What? What are you talking about? You want to get married all of a sudden? You never told me about this. This seems so rushed, you know.
I know it sounds like it, but hear me out. John's mom also wants us to get married before it's too late. And John wants to marry me too. And, you know, me being 30 years old and all that. I kind of see what she's saying.
So you're getting married because of that? Have you really thought this through?
Well, I mean, if I'm going to get married, I'd rather marry him than anyone else.
Getting married is not an easy thing to do. Does he even have enough money saved? John didn't look so affluent.
Money? Oh, should I have talked with him about that earlier? I didn't even ask. It never occurred to me. Is that a problem?
Come on, you should have known that. You need to talk about these things beforehand. Are you planning to get married for free? Marriage is expensive.
But John has been working for 7 years, so he must have some savings, right?
Oh, you can never be so sure, Judy.
I'll ask him.
Hold on a second. Judy, did John ever propose to you?
Well, not really. It was kind of sudden, to be honest. We kind of just agreed to get married.
You decided to marry your boyfriend over the phone. Well, I have heard things have changed, but I never expected engagements to happen over the phone.
It's not that, Mom. John said he'll get an engagement ring for me. Whatever ring I pick, you know?
He said that?
Yeah, he really did. He was all excited about it, too.
I don't know, Judy. Maybe you should think about getting a prenup or something.
A prenup? Mom, I don't want to do that. That makes me look so cheap.
I guess so. I don't want you to look cheap.
I'm more concerned with the wedding venues. I just hope we can find a decent place quickly.
You're right.
And we need to look for a new house, too. My place is too small for 2 people. If I knew this was going to happen, I wouldn't have decorated the house. What a waste of money.
Well, what did I tell you? I said you shouldn't do it.
I didn't know I was going to get married back then. Well, I can't do anything about it now. I'll have to sell this apartment and buy a new one.
By the way, Does he know that the apartment is under your name? That's important.
Yeah, he does. John even thinks it's a great achievement to make it this age. I guess it's all thanks to Dad's insurance money after he passed away.
Well, what do you plan to do with your apartment once you find a new place with John? Any ideas apart from selling it?
I don't know. Is there any better idea than selling it?
What about renting it out? The location is not that bad, so it should be easy enough to find a tenant.
I never thought about that. Yeah, that sounds great.
Is there anything else he said?
No. Why?
Oh, nothing. Anyways, since this is your marriage, Judy, think carefully and make a wise decision, okay? Don't rush it. And make sure you know his financial status.
Don't worry, Mom. I'll think carefully and talk with John.
Did you tell your mother about it? How did it go? I hope she was okay with it.
My mom approved. She said yes.
Oh, really? That's a relief. I was worried about what to do if your mother opposed the marriage.
Why would my mom be against our marriage? Because it was rushed so much?
Well, you know, I thought she wouldn't like it if the person who's going to be her son-in-law doesn't have enough money saved up.
Not enough money saved? What do you mean? You don't have much money saved up?
Huh? Didn't I tell you? I only have 10K saved up.
What? You only have 10K saved up? You've been working for 7 years, haven't you? But how can you only have 10K saved up? What did you spend your money on?
Don't act like 10K is easy to save up. Not to be rude, but, you know, you bought a house with your insurance money when your dad died. But it's hard for ordinary people like me to save even 10K. Besides, I can start saving now.
I know, but still, your monthly salary is over $3,000, isn't it? I mean, only saving 10K in 7 years. That's too little.
Gosh, what's wrong with that? Did you start dating me because of my money?
No, that's not what I meant. Then how are we going to get married with only 10K?
Well, first we'll combine my 10K and your money, and then we'll take it from there.
Then what about our house? Where do we stay?
We can start from your place, you know? We can start from there, right? No need for a new, bigger place.
What? Start from my place? That's just a studio. It's too small for the two of us.
Yeah, I mean, you're already living there, so why bother getting a new place? I'm pretty sure we can squeeze in together.
But I was going to rent it out for extra income, or my mom was going to move in there.
What? How did you come up with that idea? And we can't get a new house because we don't have enough money. I think me moving in is the best option.
Oh my gosh. Then why did you suggest getting married in the first place?
What are you talking about? We're getting married because I love you. We'll use your current home right now, but we could move when we save up more money. You know how expensive the housing market is. I'll cover the cost of the wedding with what I have right now. Is that okay, Judy?
Oh, geez. I don't know, John.
I'll take care of researching the wedding venue and everything like that. I promise. I'll ask around.
Well, okay, I got it. You promised you'll do all the research.
Of course. Great. Thank you, honey.
How is this venue for the wedding, John? It's pretty, right? I love it.
It's not bad. It's more upscale and decent than the place we went last time. That place we went to last time was not that great.
Right? I found this place last night after some research, and it seems really good. I especially like that chandelier. Really fancy.
Okay then, should we make a reservation for a tour?
But this place is really popular, and the reservations fill up quickly.
Is that right? More than other venues?
Yes. They said we should book the place as soon as we can, since there are already only a few spots left for the month we want. They also said people are lined up to reserve this place.
What? Isn't that just a sales tactic? I've seen salespeople do that to rush decisions.
No, it's for real. My friend got married there last year, and she said she had to reserve a year in advance. It's almost pure luck we even found a slot.
That's wild. I mean, a wedding venue is a wedding venue, isn't it?
If we want to marry at this place, we should book it right now, John.
Okay, then let's make a reservation. I did promise that you would choose the venue, and it does seem better than the one we went to last time. And I like the chandelier, too. Really adds to the atmosphere.
I know, right? All right, I'll make the reservation and let you know. John, I made the reservation, and if you send the down payment to the account I just sent you, the reservation will be confirmed.
Really? That was quick. You must have really liked it.
I really did. Send the money when you're ready. You know, you promised that you would cover the reservation cost.
I know. I'll make sure I do.
You have to send it. If you don't, the reservation will be canceled, so don't forget to send it. Got it?
All right, I won't forget. Hello, is this Judy?
Hello? Who is this?
This is Mark from White Vista Wedding Venue. Do you have time to speak?
Oh, hi. What's the matter? Is there anything wrong? The chandelier is still there, right?
The chandelier is just fine. We're just calling to let you know that we haven't received the deposit yet.
What? You didn't get the deposit yet? Are you sure? When did you check?
Yes, we're sure. I just checked a minute ago. Normally, we would just cancel the reservation, but I remembered how much you liked the venue when you visited last time. We are just checking in to make sure you didn't forget to pay the deposit. We don't usually do this.
I'm sorry. I told my fiancé to pay, but he must have forgotten. He could be busy.
Oh, I see. Well, please make sure to pay it today and don't forget. There are other people lined up to reserve the date you chose.
Right. I'm so sorry. Thank you for checking in on me.
No problem. Just let us know when you make the payment.
Yes, I'll pay it quickly. Thanks again. Hey, John. Did you not send the deposit to the wedding venue management yet?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about it. Sorry.
You forgot? Oh my gosh! The wedding venue called me saying that the deposit has not been paid yet. You know this is urgent.
Jeez, like I wouldn't send them the money. They called you just because of that?
Oh my god, John. I told you they would cancel the reservation if you didn't send the deposit in time.
So, did they cancel the reservation? Do we have to look for a new one?
No, thank God. It hasn't been canceled yet, but they called to make sure to deposit the money today. Today, John!
Oh, it wasn't canceled? I guess they're not too harsh in enforcing their policy, huh? Or maybe they saw your eyes sparkle when you saw the chandelier.
Hey, I'm not in the mood for jokes. Please deposit the money into the account quickly. Like now! You know how much I love this place. I thought you liked it too.
Oh, I liked the place. About the deposit, Judy. I don't think I can send it over right now.
Not now? What's wrong this time? What do you mean, not now?
The thing is, I can't transfer the money right now.
What? You can't transfer the money? What does that even mean?
Well, my daily online transfer limit is too low and the deposit can't be transferred. And I don't have time to go to the bank. The manager just dumped me with a whole bunch of work and left.
What? Why is your transfer limit so low that you can't even transfer the deposit? I didn't even know that was a thing.
Sorry, I forgot I was supposed to go to the bank. If you deposit the money for me, I'll pay you back later, I promise.
I can't believe it. Okay, I got it. I'll deposit the money. Send me the money later. You have to pay me back, John.
Okay, got it. Thank you, honey. I won't forget this time. Judy, what do you think of this car? Do you like it?
A car? Mom, what is this supposed to mean? Are you buying a new car?
No, it's not for me. Oh, well, I remembered seeing that John has been driving his car for quite a long time.
Hold on a minute. You're going to buy John a car?
No, it's just I want to give John money so that he buys a new car.
What? You're giving John money?
Yes. What do you think about using this money as a wedding gift from me?
I'm pretty sure John will like it, but are you sure about this, Mom? Where did you even get enough money to buy a car?
Of course, I saved it up. I mean, John will be my first son-in-law, so I think this would be a great present.
Mom, you're such an angel.
Don't stress too much about the wedding preparations, Judy. I know how stressful it can be. And don't fight with John, okay?
Okay. Thanks, Mom.
That's the least I can do for you. That way, the in-laws will like you even more, don't you think? That's all that matters.
Thank you so much, Mom. I don't know what I'll do without you. You're a real lifesaver.
Don't mention it. If there's anything else you need help with, just let me know, okay?
Okay, Mom. John, why haven't you sent me the money yet? Were you busy?
Oh, sorry. I haven't had time to go to the bank yet. It's still really busy these days.
John, please send it to me quickly. I need the money too. I have bills to pay.
Okay, got it. I'll send the money soon.
And why haven't you paid the deposit for the wedding service company? They called me again.
Oh, do I have to do that too?
What? Do you hear what you're saying? Of course you should, John.
I have to pay for that too. I thought I only had to pay for the venue and that was the end of it.
You do only have to pay for the venue, but, I mean, you haven't really spent a dime out of your pocket yet. You didn't even send me the deposit for the venue that I paid for you. If you're not paying for the venue, the least you can do is send the first round of payments for the wedding itself.
I really thought I only had to pay the deposit for the venue.
What are you talking about?
I mean, your mother gave me money to change my car.
Yeah, so? That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about right now.
Well, I'm really thankful that she gave me the money. But that's not really enough to buy the car I want. The car I wanted is $40,000, and the money she gave me wasn't enough.
What? Oh my God, John, what are you talking about? We have priorities, and right now your car isn't one of them.
Yeah, I know. But I was planning on using the money for the deposit and the money your mother gave me to change my car. And it is my choice to spend the money however I want.
Wow, John. Are you kidding me? Where did that come from? I mean, it is your choice how you use the extra cash my mom gave you to change your car.
Yes, it's my choice. Exactly.
Even so, we need to cover the costs of the wedding. Isn't that why you said you wanted to move in? To save money? While we're on that topic, you haven't bought a single new item for our apartment.
Why should I? Almost everything at your place is new. I'm not wasting money on new home appliances.
So are you saying that you won't use the $10,000 you saved for the wedding?
No, it's not that I won't use it. I just think that it'll be more convenient for you if I change my car and have a nice car to drive around in. You also wanted a new car when we were dating, remember?
Are you serious, John? I mentioned that once when we were dating. We don't need a car right now!
Okay, geez. What's so wrong with the wealthier person paying for the wedding? Your family's a lot richer than mine.
Are you kidding me right now? I can't marry you like this, John.
Judy, are you busy?
What's the matter? I'm free.
Did you have a fight with John?
What? Did John tell you that we fought?
I can just tell. He's been acting differently.
Oh. Yes, we did. Sorry if we had you worried. It wasn't anything serious.
No need to apologize. But he told me that you ignored him for not sending the deposit to the wedding company.
Did he say I ignored him?
Yeah. He said you ignored him for not saving up during the 7 years of working. You know how it's difficult to save up money. It also seems like you're giving him a hard time only because you're paying more than he is.
Rebecca, that's not true.
That's not really nice of you, Judy. Besides, what happened to all the gender equality? Men shouldn't have to pay for all of this, you know?
I never asked John to pay more in the first place. I just asked him to pay what he had promised. I didn't even ask him to pay for the whole thing.
Well, Judy, you're obviously the richer of the two. So what's so wrong with paying more for the wedding? Don't you think?
Are you serious?
It's also not so good to square up on your man this early on in life, you know. Stop being so manly! You might ruin the relationship.
I didn't act manly.
You're talking back to an adult. That's being manly. I also never said I'm not getting you new home appliances as a wedding gift for you. The ones in your home are already almost new, so I'll be replacing some of the older ones. You can't just throw all of them away just to get new home appliances as a wedding gift, don't you think?
I guess you're right.
Anyways, I'm just calling you to tell you that you should stop squaring up against your future husband.
But earlier you said this whole thing about gender equality. All right, okay, I understand.
And what happened to the lobster you promised to send me?
Oh, the lobster. Things have been a bit busy lately.
I told you the other day that I wanted to eat lobsters, remember? If you can't come to our house to drop it off, you can just have it delivered.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll have it delivered soon.
Judy, are you still angry?
Just leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you right now.
Sorry, I guess I got excited about the idea of changing my car after such a long time. I thought it was a good idea.
Your mother contacted me and told me not to upset you. You know that?
Did she tell you that? What? My mom called you. What did she say?
You wouldn't go run to your mom and tell on me, would you?
What? Why would I do something like that? I didn't do that.
I really don't know what's going on right now.
Don't worry, Judy. Anyways, check this out. How about having the family meeting here? Isn't it nice?
Isn't this a restaurant that costs $250 per person? I heard it's very expensive there.
Well, it is quite expensive. But I mean, it's just me, you, my parents, and your mother. That's only 5 people. It's not that many.
With 5 people, it's over $1,250. That's a bit too much. It's too much.
It's okay. With all the things that I did, I would like to treat you this time.
Are you saying you'll pay for it? Are you sure?
Yeah, it's on me. I know how to spend money when I have to, Judy. What do you say?
Still, isn't it over your budget? I don't want you to overkill.
Trust me, Judy. I know what I'm doing. It's on me. So I'll be buying this. So go a little easy on me and let's proceed as we planned. Sounds good?
Okay then. You make the restaurant reservation.
Okay, got it. How about next weekend?
Okay, sounds good. Got it.
We arrived at the restaurant first. Are you on your way?
Sorry, John, we're stuck in traffic. My mom and I are on our way. Sorry. We'll be arriving shortly.
No worries. Take your time. No rush. We're also waiting to be seated.
By the way, you're really buying this, right?
Come on, are you still saying that? How many times do I have to tell you? It's on me.
Okay, got it. I won't ask again. We're almost there now. Hey! Aren't you going to answer the phone? John!
What's wrong, Judy? Did you call me? Sorry, I didn't hear the tone. I was attending to my mom.
Attending to your mom, huh? Oh, you have to be kidding, John. I can't believe this. Are you for real?
What do you mean? What did I do?
At this point, this is all just funny. Gosh, I should have known when you said you were leaving when my mom was at the restroom. Did you really just leave? Where are you?
Well, my mom wasn't feeling so well. We had to leave. I told you.
But how could you just pay for your own meal and leave? That's not how this should be.
Huh? Why not? What's this supposed to mean?
What? Why not? You said you'll buy us dinner. You said it's on you.
Yeah, I bought it. Like I promised.
No, you only bought your family's food. Do you know how embarrassed I was when I was about to leave? They literally stopped me on my way out in front of everyone. You were supposed to buy everyone's food.
What are you saying? Of course I only bought my family's food. That was the whole point.
You can't be serious, John. You said you will be buying. You literally said you'll pay.
I never said I was buying everything, Judy.
Oh my God, John. Jesus. Please tell me that this is some kind of a bad joke. I hope this is.
That's a $250 per person meal. If I buy for all 5 people, it's over $1,250. Don't you think that's a bit too much? Just for a family meeting? You know I can't afford that.
What? Hey! What a pile of garbage! You and your mom should just eat off the pavement. Just lick the dirt off your shoe.
What did you call us? A pile of garbage? Watch your mouth, Judy. Apologize.
You want me to apologize now? Oh my God, John. Now I see. It runs in the family.
What are you talking about?
You got it straight from your mother.
You keep my mom out of this.
Oh, I'll keep her in as much as I want. Have you ever had an Angus prime ribeye when you were home?
What does that have to do with this?
Tell me, John, have you had them?
Yeah, I have. So, what about it?
What did your mother say? Where did she say she got it from?
She just said it was a present.
Did she also say it was from me? Did she just say it was a present?
She never mentioned you. She just said she got it from a friend of hers.
Oh, just as I thought. Not one bit off. I bought that.
You bought what? The ribeye?
Yes, John. Did you also happen to eat lobsters recently? No surprise, it was me.
That was you too.
I can't believe this, John. Do you know why I bought it for your family? Because she extorted from me.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying she literally asked me to buy her lobsters. She said she wanted lobsters and wanted me to send her some. Do you get it now?
I never knew that.
Now I really understand. Like mother, like son, is it? A whole group of bandits, thieves, and parasites.
Stop talking bad about my mom, Judy. I told you to watch your mouth. Apologize to my mom.
Gosh, what? Watch my mouth? I can't believe I'm hearing that from a person who tried to leech his way through the whole marriage. And you want me to apologize?
What did you say? Leech my way through? I never did anything like that.
Yeah, you leech. The whole thing is parasitical and disgusting. You liar. Oh, I should have listened to Mom when she told me to get a prenup.
I said watch your mouth.
You watch your mouth. You parasitical leech. Gosh, I knew it from the moment you suggested eating at an expensive place.
Each family takes care of their own expenses. Why do you want to freeload on someone else's money? I thought you hate freeloaders.
Says the one who got thousands of dollars from my mom to buy a car and didn't pay a single penny for the venues. You were even planning to live at my house. You were literally trying to freeload off me. The whole ring thing was a lie too, right?
Hey, are you done talking? You're not going to get away with this.
Me? Get away from this? I must have been blind and demented for wanting to marry someone like you.
What? Judy, you've gone too far.
I kept on giving you second chances, but I should have known. I should have known you were just a liar.
What are you doing, Judy? You talk as if you don't want to marry me anymore.
Do you think I carry this head of mine as a decoration? Do you really think I even want to be acquainted with someone like you? Use that freeloading brain of yours, you parasite!
Hey, take that back!
What's the matter? This whole marriage thing is over. Send me all the money I've spent preparing for it. If you don't, I'll sue you, you leech. After that, I broke up with my boyfriend. Now, I can't say how lucky I am to have broken up with such a jerk. I don't know why I didn't see this side of him when we were dating. The liar that he is. I said I'll sue him for his lies, and he just coughed up all the money. I guess he was too scared. Now I just consider it as a life experience. I'm definitely getting a prenup from now on. Brett, answer the phone. I need to ask you a few things. Come on. Pick up the damn phone.
What the heck is wrong with you? I'm in the middle of work. This is a huge project I'm working on. If I don't get it done by today, my boss is going to come after me. This is important.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay? But please just answer the phone.
What the hell do you want? Whatever it is, just text it to me and make it quick.
Well, this is something that needs to be discussed now, or else we could be running low on more money than you think. It has to do with one of our credit cards. I wanted to make sure it didn't have anything to do with you before I called the credit card company up.
What? Our credit card?
Yeah. There is a transaction on it for $5,000 and I don't know what it's for. It says it's from last week on Friday at 7 p.m., but it doesn't say anything about the actual purchase. Do you know what that's about? It's $5,000. It could be some kind of credit fraud or like some phishing scam, right?
I have no idea. Is that why you wanted me to answer the phone? About some purchase on our credit card? Are you kidding me?
And what if it is the only reason I asked for you to answer me?
Man, how much of a pain can you be, Isabel? You could have dealt with this later after I've gotten home from work. Use your friggin' brain, woman.
Well, excuse me, but you're the one that needs to use your brain, you idiot. This purchase was a lot of money. I have no clue if it was you who spent it or someone else who could have stolen our information. So if you didn't do it, then I have to contact the company right away and deactivate the card. That's why I wanted to talk to you right this second.
Did you just seriously call me an idiot? Am I an idiot now, just because I want to get my work done instead of sitting here talking about your problems?
Yeah, this is important. If it's about something as important as our money, then yes.
No matter what the situation is, you are never to call me an idiot. You need to know your place in this marriage, woman. Don't you dare call me that again.
And here we go again. Every time I do something you don't like, you have to go on and on about how I'm acting out of line. It's always my fault, isn't it? I never thought that I'd have chains around my wrists and ankles when I married you. You seem to only want me around as your slave or something. Someone who stays obedient and leaves you alone unless you want something from me. Someone who can only speak when they're spoken to.
Well, now you're talking. And if you're telling me that I treat you like a servant, well then, that must mean you are one, right? Do you have a problem with that? If I'm honest, I'm starting to like it. I think I'll use it from time to time, since we're both going to call each other names now.
No, you are not going to treat your wife like a slave. That's not why I married you. And I don't ever want to hear you calling me that again. Why can't I just be your equal and just a normal wife? Is it too much to ask for you to respect me too?
And you think that's how marriage works? When you become a wife, it's your job to bow down to the husband and do everything he asks. It's your job now to support me, as I'm the one working day in and out to earn money and to provide a roof over your damn head. I'm going to let you know right now that marriage does not make us equals. You'd better behave or else, Isabel. Go and clean the house and make it damn clean. Stay home and stay out of my way.
What the hell?
Do you seriously think that you are my equal right now? You need to get a grip and start understanding the situation you're in. We are most definitely not equals. Over my dead body. I'm the one that is making all the money to take care of you. If I was never around for you, do you really think you'd be able to function properly? Do you actually think you'd be able to go out and buy anything anymore with the $0 you're making? What if one day I just said that I'd no longer be giving you any money or putting any money towards the house? You'd be so screwed. So if you want things to stay the way they are now, living in this nice comfy house that I bought and pay for, you better watch that mouth of yours. Understood?
What the hell? I always knew that you wanted to be the man of the house, but I never thought you'd go this far and treat me this way. So when you said screwed, I sure screwed up in choosing to marry you. You're so different from the man you were years ago.
Isabel, how long are you going to try and talk back to me like this for? It's been a while since I felt this worked up over you. And I thought I did such a great job bringing in money for you to use so you can eat and have clothes on you. Are you sure you want to keep this going? If you continue with that attitude, you're going to end up in a place you're not going to enjoy. Mark my words. You won't be able to apologize to me and I won't ever forgive you. Is that what you want?
What do you mean? Do you honestly think that things will get worse than they already are?
I'll show you just how powerful I am. I'm better off without you.
Oh, really now?
Damn right. In fact, I don't need a wife like you anymore. I can do all this housework myself. Or better yet, maybe I just won't since I don't make much of a mess anyway. So maybe you should just pack up your things and get out of my house. And make sure that you don't ever show your face around me again.
What is wrong with you?
How is a stay-at-home wife like you ever going to be able to live out in the world on your own, huh? You didn't even graduate with a degree in anything. So good luck finding a well-paying job in this day and age. I'll be damned if I find that you have a decent job. I'm sure you'll just run back home to your parents though, right? It'll take you a day to get back to their place by car. But I'm sure that's fine for you, right? But that's right. The car is also mine, so you can't use that, huh?
Do you seriously not realize how horrible of a person you are at this moment? I don't even recognize you anymore, Brett. All I did was ask about something related to our credit card, and you've taken it this far.
Well, things to do with the credit card are what you have to deal with on your own, seeing as you're the housewife. You don't see me asking you to come into my office and help me with my job, right? So don't bother me about your problems while I'm in the middle of work. You're the worst wife I could have ever imagined. So that's why I want you out of the house. Go ahead and get all your things together before you leave. Because whatever's left of yours is getting tossed in the garbage.
What the heck? This is all absolutely ridiculous. I'll never forgive you for this, Brett.
You won't forgive me? Fine, then go right ahead and live your life then. You're only going to regret it. Especially when you don't even have a job to support yourself with. And if you try to get revenge, I'd actually like to see what you'll manage to do to me. This is getting too good.
I really screwed up saying yes to you when you proposed to me, didn't I? But whatever. I'll be out of this house by the end of the day. And as for paying off these credit cards, that's all going to be on you. So you figure it out for yourself, okay?
No, I don't think so. You were the one who found out about all of that, so you have to be the one to fix it.
I have no idea what you're talking about. It has your name written on the card, not mine. So please stop trying to push all your problems onto me. All right, I'm going to get all my things together now, and then I'll be out of your way.
You need to finish what you started, you cow. I can't believe you.
Say whatever you want about me, but I'm not going to help you anymore. Or maybe this is you telling me that you can't deal with the credit card on your own?
Shut the frick up, Isabel.
Good luck, you piece of crap. I hope you're happy giving that money away to some loser.
You frickin' useless cow. I can't wait for you to be gone because all you ever did was give me a dang migraine. No man on this planet would want a wife like you who only talks back to him. I'm sure that you'll never find another man like me again, and I hope you suffer for it. Long time no see, isn't it, Isabel? I want to check something with you. Can you talk right now?
Oh, wow, Brett.
Yeah, it's me. Well, it's been about half a year since the last time we talked, huh? Have you been doing okay?
Well, a lot better now, thanks to you. And I'm curious now, and I want to know why you texted me again. I'm having trouble figuring that out myself right now, so can you tell it to me straight?
Well, I know that I did a couple of bad things to you in the past. And over the past half a year living on my own, I've had time to think to myself about how I hurt you. So I just wanted to say that I'm sorry for all of that.
What? No, Brett, not now. I don't want to listen to this. Do you think that by apologizing to me now, you can get me to forgive you? Because I have no reason to say what you did to me was acceptable.
Well, yeah. But I really need you to listen to what I have to say. You're the only person I can come and talk to about all of this stuff.
What stuff? I have no need to hear you cry about all your current problems, so I think I'll pass. Go and find another poor soul to talk to.
Well, just hear me out, okay? I want to see if back when we got married, you made a checkbook with the bank we were with or not. That's all I want to know, really.
A checkbook?
Yeah. Did you make one?
No, I didn't make one. Why are you asking me this?
Oh, right. Well, now I at least know.
Why have you come to me asking about that now, though? What would happen if I did have one from the time we got married?
I wasn't planning to do anything bad with it if you had one. Actually, I'm planning to get married pretty soon.
You are? Really?
That's right. On to number 2. She's 2 years older than you and she has these gorgeous eyes and sexy figure. Oh boy. And she's just the most adorable woman in the world.
Okay, well, good for you, Brett. Did you cheat on me with her or something?
No, I never cheated on you.
Well, now that that's come to my mind, I've also remembered that $5,000 on our credit card that we fought over. Did you ever figure out what that was from?
Oh, that? Well, if you think that the money was spent on some affair, it wasn't. So, let me make that clear first, okay? Like I said, I never cheated on you. I only used that money back when I used to frequent the strip clubs with my boys from work. But that was all the money from my bonus, which I earned last year, so that shouldn't bother you at all.
Oh, really now?
But now that I'm getting married to this new lady, I'll never do anything like that again. I don't know how to explain it, but we were made for each other. You know? Everything just works so well between us. I love her.
Stop that. I told you I don't want to hear it.
What's the matter? Do you still have feelings for me?
As if, Brett. Get your head out of the clouds. I told you that I don't want to listen to you because it's disgusting. So shut up already. I don't have time to listen to you ramble on about how much you love some other woman.
You're so boring. Well, I'm just happy you got me to realize that I didn't need you anymore. So that's another thing I need to thank you for. All the horrible times we spent together. That just made me realize that what I really wanted from a wife was someone like her. So I just can't thank you enough for making me realize that.
Whatever, Brett.
And I'm sure that there will be some other things that come up that I'll need to talk to you about soon enough. So when that time comes, you'd better be here for me.
No thanks. I don't even want you talking to me anymore.
No, I'm being serious about needing to come back to talk to you at some point. I'm sure you already know this, but my parents still really like you for some reason. So I'm afraid that if I tell them that we got divorced, they'll cut me off. So whether you like it or not, we are still going to have to talk sometimes. Are you listening to me, Isabel? What the heck? Hello? Hey, quit trying to block all of my contacts. You've made me have to go back and change my number multiple times now to get in touch with you.
What do you want now, Brett? You changed your number just to talk to me? I thought I told you to never try and contact me again, didn't I? What the hell do you want with me now?
But I told you that you are the only person I can rely on for certain things.
Well, listen. Do you really think you have to keep talking to your ex-wife like this? If you have something you need help with so badly, then why not ask your girlfriend or wife or whoever she is now to help you?
Oh, no. There's no way that she'll help me. My new girlfriend, well, let's just say that she is the complete opposite of you.
The complete opposite?
She is probably the world's dumbest girl. Sexiest and cutest, but also the dumbest. But when we're together, we're both really happy and so in love, so that makes it okay.
I have no idea if you're putting her down or complimenting her here, but anyway. If you think she's that dumb then, it takes one to know one, right? I think it's a much better idea to be speaking with her than to me, though, no?
You really don't understand just how stupid she is, though. The amount of brain cells that she actually has to be nothing.
What? That's how dumb she is?
Well, yeah. To the point where we can only talk about really basic things together. Like, she is so dumb that she needs me around her to remind her to breathe at times.
What the heck? Well, not that I know her, but that's rude to say things like that. And honestly, even hearing you say all this about her makes me feel bad for her.
No, it's fine. I'm always calling her an idiot right to her face, and she's never gotten mad at me for it. And every time I do it, she just shuts up and looks cute for me. Honestly, I think I kind of like this kind of girl that isn't confident enough to fight back against me.
Okay, so you have a weird fetish now. Great. I'm not sure what else to say to that besides it being great for you both and that I've learned a whole new side to you.
Right?
If you compare the way you are now to how you were with me, it seems like you have done a 180. I guess this time you guys are doing so well together. Are you really going to be able to marry her then?
Well, I'm definitely going to have to step up my game in the house. Since she is such a dunce, I have to pay more attention to her and the house to make sure things work out for us. Because of that, I really need to toughen her up and be strict with her too. And so that's why I'm talking with you now. I think that I've really changed after all.
Okay, well, that's great to hear.
Man, do I feel a little bad though. You were my first serious relationship and maybe a little too serious, to the point that I got all worked up over you. So hey, isn't it great that you got to listen to how I've changed?
What do you mean by that?
Well, you understood what was wrong with you back then, right? I'm not sure if you plan on getting married again. You don't want to fail again like you did with me, right?
Well, I had to deal with you all the time was all.
Well, we just weren't a perfect match. So that's why this time, to make sure that I do better with my new lady, I'm going to keep asking to talk to you about how we are doing. Because I want to turn out just like you, realizing all my problems and fixing them. So anyway, I'll get in touch with you again some other time.
You don't have to get in touch with me anymore, Brett. But okay. Talk to you later, then.
Man, was I surprised by today. I never knew a coincidence like that could happen. Running into you at the shopping mall without even thinking that you might be there.
Right.
So, what did you think of my new lady friend? She is a hot piece of woman, is she not?
Well, I guess you could say that.
And talking about you, you seem to have aged a little, huh?
What?
Well, just the way you look today, in your clothes. You look tired. Although I have to say that I noticed that you were a little interested in me again.
What the heck?
The way you acted towards me gave it away, Isabel. Are you thinking about giving me a second chance or something?
All I have to say is that you've really changed, Brett. You were acting all floaty and stuff like you had no worries in life.
Well, I suppose I am pretty problem-free for now. Probably because I have my hot girlfriend with me all the time and we are oh so happy with each other.
Well, that is just so wonderful for you. And I need to ask, where did you end up meeting her? You told me last time that you weren't cheating on me with her before the divorce, so...
Oh, so you are a little interested in me.
I'm just asking a question. How does that translate to me having any interest in getting with you? I'm just a little curious, is all.
My bad. Well, as a matter of fact, her and I met on Bundle. You know, the dating app. And that's where things kicked off. We both ended up having a lot of the same interests. And after seeing her for a while, we really started to think about getting married.
Oh, really now? Wow.
So it seems you really did think I cheated on you. I'm telling you that you can trust me on this one. Would you like me to send you all the messages we had on the app to prove that we had started chatting after the divorce? I'm telling you right now that I never spoke with any other woman while we were still married.
I don't really care to see those messages. It's not even like I've been able to find any evidence of you cheating on me anyway. So I don't have a chance of getting any money from you. Even if I wanted to.
Okay, then good. But I'm being serious when I say that I have never cheated on you, okay? Oh, I have to go now. My girlfriend is going to be showing up any minute here, so I'll need to tend to her needs, if you know what I mean. I'll talk to you again later.
Again? I'm telling you that you don't have to speak to me anymore. Go ahead and just focus on having fun with your new girl.
Oh, I will. And you too, Isabel. Hey, Isabel! I think I'm catching on to what happened last time. You must be friends with my girlfriend or something, right?
For Pete's sake. What do you need to talk to me about this time? Are you still talking about what happened before?
You know, I'm talking about what happened at the shopping mall.
Ah, right. So I guess I was right. Did you hear this from your girlfriend?
I sure did. She told me that she knew you, and so things might have been a bit stressful between you two. And I never even knew any of that until today.
Really now? But I wouldn't really go as far as calling her my friend. Heck, I wouldn't even say that we know each other well enough to say much to each other. When I had met her with you at the mall, I sort of made a disgusted face, didn't I?
Well, I just thought that was how you women communicated to each other. Maybe you were just upset because you still want me. Honestly, my lady said the same thing about pulling a bad look towards you.
I guess she did.
But since you know her well enough now, you can just call her your friend. I mean, you both did introduce yourselves to one another, right? So that must mean you both are interested in some kind of a friendship, right? Well, I guess you introduced yourself by saying that you're my ex-wife anyway. I suppose that was just you trying to take a friendly stab at her or something.
My gosh, Brett. You talk so dang much. Are you done yet? I don't think you understand that I really don't want anything to do with you, do you?
Well, just because you say that doesn't mean that's how you really feel deep down, right? And aren't you just happy that our worlds have gotten a lot closer again? I'm sure you were waiting for me to come and talk to you all this time.
Sure, Brett. I've been waiting like a lost puppy for you to text me again. Yeah, sure.
See? Look at that. I was right on the money.
Jeez. You can't even take a joke, let alone a bit of sarcasm. But anyway, what had happened at the mall wasn't a good thing for you guys. It was by far an accident.
What are you talking about?
Well, after meeting you guys at the shopping mall, I realized that I knew her from before. And so I've been waiting for you to message me about what you found out from after that day. To be clear, if you haven't already figured out what's going on, then I'd take a seat.
I'm not following you. What do you mean?
Well, I'm already separated from you, so I really don't have the slightest interest in what happens to you now. But I've been waiting for you to tell me the bad news. Yet it seems you still don't know yet. So I'll have to tell you instead.
Okay, so stop beating around the bush and just tell me what's going on here.
I'm sure you've been planning to take your girlfriend to your parents' house pretty soon, right? You've been wanting to see what your parents think of your new girlfriend. So you've been waiting for the right day to take her there. Am I right about that, or what?
Why are you talking about my folks now? I've been planning to take her to meet them, yeah, sure, but what does that have to do with anything? What do you know that I don't? Why do I get the feeling that I'm not going to like what I'm about to hear, Isabel?
Well, I'm not sure if this will make you crap your pants or not, but to start with, I've seen your girlfriend plenty of times before. And every time was while she was at your parents' place.
What? At my parents' house? But why? How? I've never even told her where my parents live yet.
Well, I've happened to run a few errands near your parents' house, and every time I've gone past there, I saw her going in and out of their house. It seems to me like there's going to be some issues between you guys here soon, huh? At least after what I've seen. That's what I'm thinking.
What issues? What are you on about? Did you see my parents fighting or something about us?
Well, it's definitely about your girlfriend. Your dad and her have been in a relationship. And the last time I saw her at your parents' house, it looked like she was there to apologize to both of them.
What the heck are you on about? Why did she have to apologize to my folks?
Well, I think it was mainly to your mom, but I think she found out about the affair. So I saw through the windows how your GF was apologizing to your mom profusely. And all your mom said was for her and your dad to not see each other ever again.
Wait, my girlfriend was really there? And she was seeing my dad?
I'm not sure what kind of twisted fate you're facing here, but for some reason, something like this was bound to happen to you. I guess some people call it karma.
My girlfriend's been sleeping with my dad? Is that what you're telling me?
Yep.
How the hell could this happen? Did she learn from him that I was his son, and that's how she came to know me?
I have no idea about that stuff. You told me you both met on a dating app, so I'm sure there was a chance she was on there while also seeing your dad. Because I doubt your dad would have ever shown her any pictures of you to her.
Right. That has to be all that happened.
But now, you coming to text me yet again about me knowing your girlfriend seems to have really blown up in your face, huh? In other words, I'd really like you to understand that this should probably be it for you and that lady of yours.
You can't expect me to just leave her now, right?
Well, isn't it going to be hard to introduce her to your parents now? What are you going to say to them about her? That your new girlfriend was your dad's secret lover or something? I bet that'll look pretty bad on you. I think you're better off having a conversation with your girlfriend about all of this.
OMG, okay. I'll go do that right now. Hey, Heather, can we talk a little? We need to talk about this. I just heard some things from my ex-wife about you.
Oh, hey, yeah. What could it be? Oh, wait, don't tell me. Let me guess. Did you find out about me and your dad?
Oh, man. So, is it true? Heather, are you kidding me?
All right, that means you have. You want to know if it's true or not? Well, it is. Whoopsies.
Whoopsies? You think that's the reaction to give here?
To be honest, your mom especially got pretty dang mad at me, so I don't want to be with you anymore. Honestly, I don't think I have it in me to tell your parents that I'm your girlfriend now either. That would make things way too complicated. And we wouldn't want that, right? So I'm sorry, but you and I are done.
Hold on just a second, Heather.
I'm really sorry, Brett. I'm so happy that you decided to propose to me and everything that came with that.
Wait! I don't care what'll happen with my parents and me, but I want to marry you either way. I'll find some way to make things right between all of us. So just have some faith in me. So, please.
I'm telling you right now that that is too much for me. I mean, you are my ex-boyfriend's son? Can you believe that someone would accidentally hook up with their ex's son like this? To me, that's a little too crazy and gross.
Yeah, I'm sure none of us wanted things to be this way, but I still love you.
And I'm saying that as much as I loved you, I can't anymore. Things are just too weird between us. I knew something about you two were similar, especially the face. I guess you can tell what type of guys I'm into now. So, besides all of that, I'm so thankful that we were able to spend so much time together having fun while we could. And honestly, you are much better in bed than your dad.
What? Stop messing around about this and take me seriously here. Hey, at least give me back that engagement ring. Hey! Yo! I'm telling you, you can't keep that ring. It cost me $5,000 and I want that back. Hey, so... Isabel, I was dumped. Isabel, do you think the two of us could get back together now? I guess I really can settle for you after all. Hey, please. Hey, Isabel. I'd really like to talk again. Are you really going to ignore me forever now?
I totally forgot about the fact that Brett might try and talk to me again. But either way, I had already gotten a new phone and changed my number. I'm sure he has no way of getting in touch with me now, so thank God for that. Along with that, I made all new social media accounts. And so hopefully I won't hear from him again until the day I die. I heard through the grapevine that Brett ended up blaming his parents for his girlfriend leaving him. And his dad was humiliated by all of this. Well, who wouldn't, right? And anyway, his mom and dad aren't on speaking terms with Brett for now. To be honest, though, the one I feel really bad for is Brett's mother. She's the real victim here. And me. But what's good is that his mom will take Brett's ex-GF Heather to court. At least, that's what I heard. And while she's at it, she also plans to get a divorce from her husband, which is also great for her. I hope that for our sake, me and her can both make a fresh new start without these cheating men in our lives. And as far as Heather goes, she's probably going to have to pay a hefty fine for what she did. She might as well sell that $5,000 engagement ring so that she can pay a portion of it towards the fines. I still can't believe that he spent that much on an engagement ring to someone who was cheating on him. He's such an idiot. And as for Brett, I don't know what he's up to, but I hope he's suffering in pain for all the nasty things he said and did to me. He deserves that much. Boss, are you there? Are you busy? I want to talk to you about something. Why? What is it? Is there something going on in the store? Are you all right? There is something that I need to talk to you about. What is it? Tell me. It's about one of the customers. A customer just came in and asked for pasta. Why would a customer come to a coffee shop and ask for pasta? Do we look like an Italian restaurant? That's funny. It's not the first time that's happened recently. I don't know why people keep doing that. There's been a lot of middle-aged women coming in and asking for pasta. No idea why. Who is this customer? Is it a middle-aged woman too? It was a woman, but she didn't look that old. She was a bit unhappy about not being able to get pasta. It's all a bit weird if you ask me. Just tell them we don't sell pasta. I don't know why this keeps happening. We don't do pasta, so there's nothing we can do about it. Is that okay? I'll just tell people they can't have it? Yeah, that's fine. What are we supposed to do? We aren't a restaurant. We don't make pasta dishes. There's something else I should mention to you. The customer looks like they might be famous around here. Famous? How do you know they're famous? Yeah, I think it might be a famous person. Even if it's a famous person, there's nothing we can do about pasta. You'll just have to disappoint them. If we give in to their demands now, then what will they ask for next? Maybe that's why they want pasta. They think because they're famous, they can ask for anything they want. Sorry, I should be nice to my regular customers, not random celebrities. Okay, I agree with that. I'll make sure to tell everyone who asks that we don't serve pasta here. You go ahead and do that. If they come back and do it again, then just let me know. I should keep track of how often this happens. Okay. Are you going to come here today? I've got something to do today, so I won't be coming to the shop. I'm sure you can manage on your own. I know you're a smart girl. You just clean the place up when you're done and close the shop. I know you can do that. Okay, I'll do that. You can count on me. Thanks for all your hard work. Hello, I've got to the shop. We are both here now. Where are you? Are you nearly here? I'm coming now. I just had something to deal with. Sorry for the delay. I've been a little bit slow in contacting you, and I'm really sorry about that. What went wrong at the shop? Was it something big? No, nothing serious. Just some issues with some customers. Were they being rude again? A lot of people do that. You should be used to it by now. You're not making it any better, are you? Someone came in and asked for pasta again. I don't know why. A lot of people have been doing that recently. There's people like that everywhere you go, so try not to let it get to you. But if they wanted pasta, then why didn't they go somewhere else? The first time someone asked for pasta, they said it was for their child. You could start selling pasta there. It might be a good business move. Would you do that? I don't think it's a good idea. I think we should just focus on coffee. I think you'll just have to get used to irritating customers making stupid demands. It happens a lot these days. You can say that again. I wonder why people are becoming more and more rude. You have any ideas? No idea, to be honest, but I have noticed it happening too. I think it might be a good idea for you to start selling pasta anyway. Really? Yeah, you can just cook some pasta. How hard could it be? Then you could serve it to your customers. I'm not so keen on the idea, to be honest. Especially if people are bringing their children to your shop. They might want some food for their children. If you had children yourself, I know you'd feel the same. I don't have kids, so guess I wouldn't know. If you became a mother, then I think you'd really understand the situation better. Why don't we talk about something else? Oh, okay. I'm about to arrive at the shop now, so I'll see you soon. That was nice, wasn't it? I really enjoyed it here. You two guys get home safely. I'll pay the bill. I'm pretty sure it's my turn to pay. Yeah, nice to see you. Get home safely. So nice to see you all again. I'll see you again soon after I go on vacation. It's my kid's birthday soon, so we're going to a nice hotel. Do people do that? I thought the kid was only 2 years old. Isn't that a bit too much for a child? No, it's going to be great. There's a nice restaurant at the hotel. We can have a nice meal there for my child. Oh, really? Is that what you're planning to do? I think that might be a little bit expensive. You really do look after that child well. I think it's only normal to have a big party for a kid's birthday. He may be young, but we should really treat him as well as we can. I don't want him to feel neglected. It might be expensive, but I think it's really worth the money. I like eating at nice places too. I don't want somewhere cheap. Are we invited to this party? Yeah, sure, if you want to come. Is this going to cost me a lot of money? How much is it going to be? I don't think it will be that expensive for you. You've got a business, you earn a lot of money. I know that you're used to luxury and expensive things. This hotel might even be a step down for you. I will be buying some presents for my son, too. Maybe you can buy him a present as well. That would be really nice. Oh, you want me to buy him a present? Isn't that a good idea? I think it's only normal that you buy presents for your friends' children. Don't you agree? You know I'd do the same for you if you had children. Okay, I get it. I'll get something together for the party. I guess it would be a nice gesture. Thanks so very much. It's really nice of you. Hi, what are you up to? Are you free? I'm not free right now. I'm at work. What are you up to? Oh, you're back at work. Sorry, I didn't mean to bother you when you were busy. I just thought you might be free. I'm at work in my cafe. I have to work a lot. Sometimes I get some part-time workers in to give me a break, but today I'm working. Oh, I didn't realize you actually worked there yourself. I thought you were just the owner. Oh, really? So, what do you want? Is there something you need to tell me? If it's nothing serious, then we can talk another time. I am a bit busy now. It was my son's birthday yesterday. Great, that's nice to hear. Did you get him a present? I think I mentioned it to you, but I didn't get anything yet. You want me to send a present? I didn't realize I needed to get it for yesterday. Well, it was his birthday yesterday. I thought you'd do it by then. It was a little bit sad when I didn't see anything. I don't think there's any reason for you to be sad. I was sad. It was his birthday and you didn't even get him anything. You didn't even wish him a happy birthday. I think he was really sad about this. I could feel it. I was sad too. It makes me really upset to think that people don't care about my little boy. Can I wish him a happy birthday now? Will that make this any better? I didn't realize I had to do that yesterday. I thought we were going to have a party in a hotel soon. I thought I could do it then. And what about the present? I hope you can get him something nice. I know he'll really appreciate it. I saw some expensive toys in the store the other day. What about one of those? Do you think you could do that? An expensive toy? Isn't that a bit too much? Can I just get something small? It's a really popular brand for children these days. A lot of parents are buying them for their kids. How much are we talking about here? I think about $200. $200 for some toys for a kid? Are you serious? I know it's a lot, but I want the best for my child. He means so much to me and I can't bear to let him down. Don't you think that's the right thing to do? What would you do if you had children? I think you'd do the same. Every parent would. I understand that people want the best for their children, but I really think that's too much for a toy. What if he doesn't even like it? What if he gets bored of it? I think you should buy some cheap things for a child. They soon grow out of things, so why spend a lot of money? He's not like other children. I want him to be special. I want him to have the best things. I still think it's a bit too much for me to spend on your child. Is this really how you feel about this? I expected more from you. More? It's okay, never mind. I can't force you. I hope you can bring it when you come to the hotel for his party. Well, I'll think of something, but I don't know if it's going to be an expensive gift. Thanks, it's going to be great. I think we'll all have a great time there. You've got a lot of money. I don't know why you're being so cautious about spending it. You should treat your friends and your family. I know I would if I was in that situation. You don't have any children, so maybe that's why you don't understand. My suggestion is that you should be very generous towards your friends and their family. You will feel happy and they will feel happy too. A win-win situation.
Are you ready for the opening of your second store?
I'm ready for it. I've worked hard for this and I'm so happy to be opening my second store. I hope it's just as popular as the first. I hope business goes from strength to strength.
You did really well with your first store, so I wish you a lot of luck with your second too.
This is just the beginning for me. I hope to one day have a whole chain of stores all over the country.
You've got a good idea, and this is a great location for it. You're really lucky.
Thank you for letting me rent this place. I'm lucky I met someone like you.
Don't mention it. It's good for the both of us.
Thanks. I hope I can work with you more in the future. We can grow together.
We should get together to sign a contract soon too. Now that you're ready to open, we should get that done.
Okay, we can do that. See you again soon. It's my son's birthday party soon. I'll tell you the location of the hotel. I presume you're coming. Are you sure you want me to come? Is it better if it's just your family? Maybe you should just have you and your family there. Maybe you don't need me. No, really, I want you to be there too. It would be really nice if you also came. It's not just for family. It's for friends too. I wouldn't be happy if you weren't there. What will your husband think of this? Will he be happy too? Maybe you should ask for his opinion. What problem could he possibly have? He's happy if I'm happy. I know he'll agree. No need to worry about that. Oh, I see. I thought you might have to ask for his opinion first. So you are coming, aren't you? I'll be really sad if you don't come. I want you to be there. You'll be sad. You don't need to be sad about it. You didn't buy a present, and now you won't come to the birthday party. I feel like you don't care about me or my child. No, it's not that. Don't think that way. We are really good friends, and my child should mean a lot to you. I don't think you can avoid coming to the party. It's an obligation. Don't you think you're being cruel? Okay, I get it. I'll come to the party. Really? You're coming? That's better. I'm so happy you can make it. I'd be heartbroken if you didn't come. Yes, I'm coming. You've convinced me. I can't miss it. Okay. See you there. Where are you? Why aren't you here yet? What's taking you so long? Sorry, I'm stuck in some traffic. It's really busy here, so I might be a little bit late. Sorry about this. Don't you worry. I'll be there as soon as I can. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Why do you have to be late for such an important event? I always suspected you didn't want to come. No, I'm coming. I'll be there very soon. Don't you worry. Hurry up, please. We're all here waiting for you. We want to get the party started. Sorry, I'm coming now. I'll be there soon. What's your problem? What do you mean? What did I do? You just suddenly got up and left without saying anything. What were you thinking? What do you mean? It was time for me to leave. What's gotten into you? You're getting so angry about everything. You didn't used to be like this. You used to be such a nice girl. I don't know what changed. Since you had a child, you've totally changed. I almost don't recognize the person you are. What do you mean? There's nothing wrong with me. I haven't changed at all. You're just not being as considerate as you should be. You should really think about others before yourself. You're starting to remind me of an irritating customer in one of my coffee shops. Always making unreasonable demands. I just want the best for my child. If something isn't quite right, then I'm going to complain about it. I don't think I'm being unreasonable. I think you'd do the same if you were in my position. I wish you'd just be a bit more relaxed. You don't have to fight over everything. Your demands are too high. And you need to pay some money towards the cost of the meal. You didn't pay enough. I paid for what I ate before I left. Isn't that enough? No, there were some other things and we were all going to split the bill between us, but you didn't pay. Why should I pay for that? I barely even ate anything. But we all have to pay. We should all help out for the sake of my child. You don't understand because you don't have a child yourself. You would know if you did. Maybe you care a lot about your child, but that doesn't mean that everyone has to do so. Have you said enough? How can you be like this to me? If you had a child, I'd do my best to make you and your child happy. Why can't you do the same for me? Why do you have to be so mean? Don't you think my child deserves a world of attention and care? There's nothing wrong with your child. It's just the way you're behaving that's the problem. Why do you have to treat everyone else as if they owe you something? We don't. You're crazy. Is this the way you want to live your life? Not even caring about other people? Don't talk to me again. I don't want to see you anymore. This is the last time I'm going to put up with your attitude. You've been so nasty to me ever since my baby was born. I think you're just jealous because you don't have any children. Really? Why do you have to be like this? Why say these things? I'm so mad about this. I can't believe she's done something like that.
What is it this time? Something to do with your friend?
Do you know what she said about me? She was so rude! She accused me of being an overbearing mother. I don't think I'm overbearing. I think I'm just looking after my child. Any mother would do the same.
Why did she say that?
She just started complaining about me for no reason at all. It was completely unprovoked.
That's not a very nice thing for a friend to do.
How could a friend be so mean to me? I really don't get it. I was always so nice to her, and this is how she repays me. It's not fair. When she saw our child, she didn't even have any kind of reaction. She didn't even care. I think she might be some kind of psycho. How could she look at a cute child like that and not even care?
Our baby is so beautiful. How can anyone not love her? I can understand your shock. I'd do anything for her. I'd sell my kidneys if I had to.
I would do the same for our beautiful child. We were at the hotel and I just wanted some extra food for our child. She accused me of being rude to people. I don't think I was rude. I was just asking for the sake of my baby. What parent wouldn't do the same?
If she wants more food, then of course you should ask for more food. I think that's an acceptable thing to do.
The staff seemed happy to help. They took one look at our cute little Rosie and felt they had to help. I think anyone would have the same reaction.
What is wrong with that friend of yours? Maybe she has something wrong with her head.
She just got really moody all of a sudden. What an idiot.
Is she married? Whatever man marries her is sure to have a hard life. I feel sorry for that guy.
That's true. Anyway, what about your job these days? How's it going?
Everything is progressing as planned. I think things are going to get easier for us from now on. I think your friend might get jealous of us.
If we run our own shop, then I'm going to be so happy. I can be a mother and have a career at the same time. I think people will be jealous of me. It's really hard to do that. I don't know why anyone would not want to have children. It doesn't hurt your career. You can do these things at the same time.
You're a great mother, and I'm sure the business is going to go well too. I've signed a contract. We're going to have our own shop.
That's amazing. So we will be the boss from now on? It's a dream come true for me.
That's right. We can work on this and try to make a great life for ourselves.
Amazing. I'm so excited for our future. Who knows what will happen?
I think things will be easier for us. Now that we have our own business, we can do whatever we want to do. We don't have to work for other people anymore. Our baby is so lucky to have such good parents. We're both going to be the boss.
She sure is such a lucky girl. Hey, how are you? Did you have an argument recently?
A little bit. Nothing serious.
I heard a little bit about it. She seemed to be a little sad about something, so I asked her. She said that you and her had an argument at the child's birthday party. I hope it wasn't too serious. I still want you two to be friends.
I'm okay with it. I'm sure we can get over it. I hope she isn't too bothered either. It's just she's asking a lot of me. She always wants something for her child. I don't think it's my job to pay for all these things. Also, she was a bit rude to the staff at the hotel, and I was a bit embarrassed by that. We had a little bit of a disagreement, but I think we can get over it.
Oh, really? I've noticed that she is a little bit overprotective of that child. I know she loves her child, but does she always have to be like that? I wish she'd relax a little bit.
She is a cute child, but I don't think she needs to treat it like that. She does too much. I wish you'd take a more relaxed approach to the whole thing.
So, you're not still angry about the whole thing? You can let it go? We've all been friends for so long, and it would be sad for it to end now. We shouldn't let things like this come between us.
I don't want to stop being friends, but I wish she'd change her behavior. I don't know what to do.
If we just try to compromise with each other, then maybe we can find a solution. Also, if you just wait a while, then it might get better. Sometimes you just need a break from people. It's only natural to argue. People argue and then they forgive and forget. She's had the child for a while now. As the baby gets older, she might become less and less protective. You have to let children fight their own battles in life. You can't just stand over them all the time.
That's right. If only she'd see it that way, too.
Also, maybe you could try to be a bit more understanding of her. Don't get angry if she does something wrong. I'm trying to organize a gathering for us this weekend. Do you want to come?
Sure, I'll come.
It'll be so nice to get together after all this time. I haven't seen you for a while. We can talk about things and work it all out. I know things will be okay.
Seems like a good idea. I think we can work things out.
I think she'll forgive you, and if you forgive her too, then we can just move on with things.
Hey!
What is it?
What now?
What's wrong with you? Always trying to cause trouble. What did I do now? Stop trying to shift this onto me. I didn't do anything. I don't even know what the problem is right now. What is it? Tell me. I thought we were going to forgive and forget about the past, and now here you are trying to start something again. Why does it always have to be like this? You're getting worse and worse as time goes by. What are you angry over this time? You nearly hurt my child really badly. I can't believe you would do such a thing. You are supposed to be taking good care of the child. Don't blame it on me. The kid was running around the shop causing all kinds of trouble. It's not the responsibility of staff to look after your child. That's what you're supposed to be doing. It's your coffee shop and your staff should be looking out for customers in the shop. That's their duty as staff members. No, it isn't their job to do that. They are just serving coffee for the customers. They aren't looking after children. It's not a kindergarten. You should keep control of your kids at all times and don't blame someone else when something goes wrong. My child is hurt. Aren't you going to take some responsibility for it? No, I'm not. It's your job to look after your children, not mine. Why are you being like this? Are you even my friend? How can you be so cold-hearted and uncaring? A child was hurt in your shop and you don't even think it was your fault. It's just crazy. You're the one who's behaving badly here, not me. I should ask the same things about you. Why can't you see that it's your fault and no one else's? It's only natural that children want to go running around and have fun. It can't be helped. Why don't you understand this?
I'm sure I've told you this before.
Your child is beautiful and cute in your eyes. But other people think children are annoying. You can't just let them run around and expect other people to look over them. Don't you even care? What about your employees? Don't they care either?
Even if you weren't in the shop, it would still be your fault. At the end of the day, it's always your responsibility to look after your children. Stop trying to blame it on others. Well, just wait until I open my own shop. I'll create a much better environment for the customers. Children will be safe in my shop. What do you mean? Open a shop? I'm going to be opening my own shop with my husband. It's going to be much better than your place. You won't be able to compete with us. If that's what you want to do, then good luck with that. But it won't be easy for you. You'll see when you start business. You can invite all of the mothers with their irritating children into your shop. I can only imagine how that goes. Good luck in trying to stop the children getting hurt. You'll see. I know I can do a good job of it. If you insist.
Where have you been recently? You almost never come here.
Sorry, I've been really busy, so I haven't had much time to come to the shop.
Oh, I see. What are you so busy with?
Just this and that. Nothing major. I just had a few things to see to. I know you can manage without me. You know what you're doing.
There's a new restaurant in this building. Have you seen it? It's on the first floor.
Oh, really? I think I've seen it. The old shop went bankrupt and then a new one opened up. Is that right? I've been busy, so I've not had a chance to go in that place yet.
I've seen it. It seems to be a really nice place. They've done it up really nice. I think it might be quite popular as well. There seems to be a lot of people going to that place. A customer came in this morning. They said they'd been to that place and they really liked it.
Oh, really? They liked it?
Yes, they said it was nice. But they also said that the people working in there were a bit funny. I think they might have had some arguments with customers. There seems to be a lot of rumors flying around, but I don't know how many of them are true.
I heard something too. I heard that they couldn't afford the rent. It's strange because it does seem to be popular with people. I have no idea what's going on.
Why don't you go there and have a look? You can see what's going on.
That's a good idea, actually. Maybe I should go there and check it out for myself. Hi there. How are you? How have you been? Oh, hi there. I have not spoken to you in a long time. I thought I might never see you again, but here you are out of the blue. I'm okay. I hope things are going okay with you, too. It seems you're doing well in business. I remember when you had just one coffee shop, but now you've got a lot. You seem to be doing really well.
Yeah, we keep expanding. Things are going quite well for us.
We opened up a restaurant in the same building as your first coffee shop. I suppose you've heard about it.
Oh, I have actually. I have heard about it.
How's it going for you? It's okay, but it's not making as much money as we expected it to do. We are struggling to pay the rent for the shop. I need to see the landlord and ask them to give us some more time. We will get there in the end, but it might take a little time. I hope they can accept this.
Is it true that you had some arguments with your customers?
I heard a few bits of gossip, but I didn't know what to believe. Yes, it's true. That did happen. It was just a small thing, but then voices were raised and it all got out of hand. I hope it doesn't happen again. I think you really need to learn how to control your behavior. You can't just get angry with people all the time. In business, the customer is always right, and you should just let things go, even if they really annoy you. I didn't mean for it to happen like that. I'll try to change my ways in the future. I don't think it will happen again. I've learnt from my lesson. I think this has happened a lot with you. You make too many demands on other people and then lose your temper when they don't do what you say. I think you need to change your attitude towards other people. You always seem to be making the same mistakes over and over again. It has to change, otherwise people won't come back to your business. I don't think I did something that wrong. I just can't accept people if they are being unreasonable. Sometimes you need to fight back and tell people what to do. You might think that you're being reasonable, but other people might have a different idea. Life is about compromising with people. You can't always have it your way.
You also need to start taking responsibility for your own mistakes instead of trying to shift the blame onto others.
You're really loving this right now, aren't you? Your moment to tell me what I'm doing wrong.
What about missing your rent payment? Do you think the landlord will let you get away with it? I hope you haven't started shouting about that, too.
I've told them I'm really sorry about it and it won't happen again. I've just made a few little mistakes and it might take a little longer to pay. They will get the money in the end, just not right now.
You need to be careful. Your business is not doing as well as you wanted. Some of the customers are fighting with you. Now you can't pay the rent and there are all sorts of rumors going around. You really need to act better if you want to do well in business. You can't make unreasonable demands of other people. Eventually, they'll lose patience with you.
I know that. You don't need to keep reminding me of these things.
I think you need to start by getting that rent paid as soon as you can. People get really emotional over money. It's what they care about the most.
It wasn't long before her shop closed down. I knew it wouldn't last. She just didn't have the right mindset to succeed in business. The local area was full of gossip and rumors about what went wrong. Everyone had a different opinion, but all agreed that it was the owner's fault. You should always be nice to your customers. If you just follow some basic rules, then you can't go wrong. You need to give people what they want and be polite and accommodating while you are doing it. She just didn't understand. She always wanted to have her way and wasn't prepared to compromise. I've moved on from her now. We drifted apart as time went by. We became less and less friendly, and it was too late to go back to how things once were. I'm sorry to see her go, but I guess these things happen naturally. Don't try to fight it.
Did you leave a used condom on our bed? What is wrong with you?
What? No! Why would I even use one of those myself? Why are you accusing me?
Oh, it wasn't you, was it? Then I suppose it's one of these men you've been seeing. I can't take this anymore. You're useless around the house and you can't even stay faithful. I want a divorce.
Jackson, calm down. You're not making any sense. I really don't know what you're talking about. I think you're jumping to conclusions.
Yeah, that's what I thought until I found this near my pillow. I have some proof now someone else has been in our home. You were too lazy to even hide all the evidence and clean up after yourselves. You're pathetic. Get out of my house.
Are you sure that's not yours?
Yeah, of course I am. It's the wrong size.
Is it like too big or?
No, of course that's not it, you idiot. Are you trying to mock me? It's way too small to be mine.
Ah, okay, my bad.
You don't have the right to make fun of me. Not after you betrayed me like this.
I haven't cheated on you. I haven't been seeing anyone else, let alone bringing them into our house. If it's not yours, then someone must have come into our house uninvited, maybe even a break-in.
What a ridiculous lie. Just own up to it already. Why the heck would someone do that?
I don't know. But I'm telling the truth, it wasn't mine. I'm a bit freaked out. What if they're still in the house? We should report this.
No, wait. I don't want this reported. Do you know how embarrassing that would be? What if my boss or one of my coworkers heard about this? And about what kind of wife I've been putting up with? Don't make a big fuss about this.
I don't want to be dramatic, but what if something was stolen? And if they didn't break the windows or locks, they must have gotten in with a key or something, right? We need to find out who it is so they don't do it again.
There was no one breaking in except the men you let inside my house. Own up to it already.
Why are you so sure it's my fault? I haven't done anything, but you're determined to think I've done something?
If someone broke in, we'd know. Like you said, no windows were broken. And besides, that stupid cat of yours would have started meowing up a storm for sure if a stranger came in. There's literally no proof someone broke in. But there's proof that you did this.
Snowflake is scared of strangers and she doesn't really make any noise anyway. If someone unfamiliar came in, she'd probably just hide and keep quiet. She's not a guard dog.
Yeah, right. Do you know how many times that thing has attacked me? I got scratch marks all over me. That furball is far from being shy or scared of anything.
Well, she doesn't really like you in particular. She used to be scared of you too, remember? But you manhandle her a lot and step on her tail when you're not paying attention. So she loses her temper with you quickly, I think.
Oh, stop with the excuses. It is over. I already have the evidence. I have more than just what I found this morning, so give it up.
What?
I dug through our trash a few days ago. I found a receipt from some cafe I'd never heard of. After looking it up online, I found out it's inside a hotel.
Oh, the Winston Cafe? That's where I went to meet up with a client for wedding planning.
Someone with a face like yours could never go somewhere so fancy. After seeing what you look like, they'd realize you have no experience in relationships and run away.
You don't have to look good to plan weddings. I'm not the one getting married. Why would they care what I look like?
If some happy and cute couple tried to hire you, it would ruin the entire thing. You'd bring the mood down. Everyone would think it was a funeral when you were done with it.
Jackson, we've been dating for 5 years, and you were the one that proposed to me? Our wedding went fine, so why are you suddenly horrified by my looks? Is it because you're angry about this break-in?
I only married you because I had no choice in the first place. Besides, I felt bad for you. You'd never get anyone else. Consider it a sympathy marriage.
You're kidding me, right? You did not just say that to me.
Forget about it. There's something more important anyway. You need to tell me about this man you're seeing. Since he's good enough to ruin everything we've built, I'm sure he must be perfect. And don't try to change the subject again.
You're just jumping to conclusions again. It was just a receipt, and I told you what I was doing.
I can't believe this. What about those business trips you've had to take, huh? When you left for a week last month for a trip, were you just actually staying with this man?
No, of course I'm not. How would I even get away with a lie like that? You can contact my company yourself and find out I'm telling the truth.
No, they might be in on it and lie too. I wouldn't put it past you to lie to them either. You got all of your work done beforehand and acted like you were doing the work on this trip, right? That way, even your work wouldn't suspect a single thing.
That's literally not what happened, though. You're really making some wild stories here. I can't even think of a way to respond.
You can't think of anything to say because you have no more excuses that you can use. I've called it out, and now you're panicking. It is over for you. You don't need to say anything else. A filthy woman like you doesn't deserve my time.
You're not even listening to me. You're just ranting and going off on your own tirade and ignoring everything I'm telling you. How am I supposed to convince you that I'm not lying?
I am not paying any attention to you because I know it's nothing but lies anyway. I don't associate with cheaters. You have no right to live in this house anymore. I want you and that god-awful cat of yours out of the house immediately.
My name is Natalie, and I'm 28 years old. My husband Jackson and I have been married for over 2 years now, but we've lived together much longer. We'd been dating for about 5 years before we got married. I also had my adorable little cat, Snowflake, by the time I'd moved in. Jackson works for a pretty good company, so we live in a pretty safe neighborhood. I've never felt in danger or unsafe, and we even have a security system set up. I never thought something like this would happen. Did someone really get into our house? I want to run home and search the house. I mean, what if they're still in there? They could hurt Snowflake. Unfortunately for me, there's nothing I can do about it myself. I'm currently in another state on a business trip, and I'm not scheduled to come back home for another 3 days. I told Jackson to report this to the police so we can have someone look into how they bypassed the security system. But it went in one ear and out the other, it seems. He just brushed me off every time with an excuse and has no intention of filing a report anytime soon. He's got it stuck in his head I've cheated on him, and nothing I'm doing is changing his mind. I wish the situation could have been solved easily, but there was much more to come, and even more secrets to be revealed.
There, I got the divorce papers from the court. You're not the woman I once knew. Our marriage is over.
Wait, what? What are you doing, Jackson?
Don't you remember what you wrote yourself in our nuptial agreement? If either of us are caught cheating, then it's an instant divorce.
I remember writing that, yeah. But I already told you that didn't happen. You don't have any proof. How could you go behind my back and do this?
Because you're nothing but a filthy cheating liar.
I'm telling you. You've made a mistake. I haven't done anything.
You're still gonna pretend nothing happened? I didn't want to do this the hard way, but of course you're too stubborn to be nice about this.
We've been together for so long. We're married, for God's sake. Can you not have at least a little faith in me? You won't even consider the idea that it's someone else. Why won't you believe me?
We're not married anymore. I can't trust anything you say. You should be ashamed of yourself. You are disgusting.
Please stop insulting me. You're acting horrible.
Your face looks like it's been dragged through garbage anyway. It's not like I'm losing much by getting rid of you. It's enough to make me want to vomit just by looking at it. I'm surprised that there's anyone out there that would even want to be with you.
Okay, I get it. If it's really how you feel, then splitting up probably is best for both of us. I don't want to be with someone who says things like that to me.
I'm glad you finally understand, you idiot. Pack your stuff and I want you out by the end of the day.
What? You want me to leave today?
Of course, I'm not letting someone like you stay in my house. You deserve to live on the streets with the rest of the rats.
I mean, I'll do my best, I guess. But I'm still on the way home. Considering the traffic, I don't know if I'll even be home by the end of today.
I don't care. Figure it out. It is not my problem anymore. If you don't get your belongings by the end of the day, I'm throwing it all outside on the curb.
Can you please just be patient and wait? You're gonna have to hold on to Snowflake regardless. It's hard to find apartments around here that accept pets. I'll need a couple days to look around and apply.
Don't worry about that. That's already taken care of.
What do you mean?
I threw that thing out days ago. It's off somewhere in the streets now.
You what?
I drove it to some forest area and tossed it in. It's a little bit out of town, so I doubt it'll find its way back home.
You threw her out? You're just saying that to upset me, right? You wouldn't do that to an animal.
Nope, that's what you get for hurting me. Now you can find an apartment much easier, so hurry up and get out of my house.
What the hell were you thinking, Jackson? Snowflake is an indoor cat. She's not even allowed outside unless she's in her carrier. She has no idea how to fend for herself. How could you?
All she does is scratch me and make noise. I don't need that in my house. I've wanted to throw that thing out forever. Finally, I got the chance.
Everything in that house is filthy because of you anyway. If you want to clean up the place, maybe look at your own stuff first.
You're just salty because you lost. You can insult me all you want. It doesn't change what happened. I'll be the bigger man here and not insult you.
You've got plenty of garbage in the house you could have dealt with instead. Like, what do you plan on doing with all those boxes of random crap you bought on Amazon and never even opened? You're basically a hoarder.
Look, I only let that furball in because you refused to move in without it. I'll let it stay for a little bit, but I have no use for it. It is your own fault for going behind my back like that.
I didn't. And that's beside the point. How could you just take her in the woods like that? It's not her fault this happened.
She'll figure out what to do. She can live a nice life out in the wild like cats are supposed to.
She's lived inside her entire life. She doesn't know how to hunt or fend for herself. We need to find her quickly before she gets hurt.
Oh, stop freaking out over a stupid animal. You're being so dramatic.
I'm not overreacting. Snowflake is part of my family. She's basically my child.
Well, you both suck, so I guess you do belong together. You've been acting down in the dumps lately. It is depressing. I knew something was up. Maybe I should throw you out into the forest with her.
I can't believe this.
Well, it's not my problem anymore. Good luck searching for that dumb thing, I guess. Although I hope you don't find it. You don't deserve that. Did you find the flea bag yet? Is it dead? Did that thing finally kick the bucket?
Snowflake is okay. I found her on the side of the road. She was overheated and seemed really hurt, so I had to take her to the vet, though. She'll have to stay there for a few days to make sure she eats and drinks enough.
Oh, you found it? Gross. That thing is more resilient than I thought.
Stop talking about her like that. I was searching everywhere for her. I was so worried something happened to her. She could have been hit by a car, or what if another cat attacked her?
Don't make me think about that. It is too funny. I'm imagining you running around the town looking for a dumb cat.
If I didn't find her in time, she could have died. It's too hot outside for her. She could have had heat stroke. I don't know what I'd do if I lost her right now.
Why would I care about that? Neither of you are my concern anymore, so I don't care.
Are you a sociopath or something? You never show any sympathy. Could you at least pretend to care that she was hurt?
Hey, it's not like you're any better. All you care about is that dumb cat. You never cared about me at all.
Are you serious?
You'd throw away everything for that thing. I mean, you basically did. You lost everything else so that you could look for her, right?
Lost everything? What are you talking about?
Your stuff. Don't you remember? God, you're an idiot. I threw away your stuff.
What?
I said if you didn't get it all out here by the end of the day, I'd take care of it. Not my fault that you forgot. It's your own fault for doing this in the first place.
Wait, you seriously threw my stuff outside?
Of course, I told you I would, didn't I? I threw it all out. Everything you brought when you moved in, your books and all. And of course, all the furniture and electronics you bought since then too.
You're seriously unhinged if you actually got rid of all of that stuff.
You could have come and picked it up earlier, but you were too worried about a pet to listen to the warnings I gave you.
Of course she was gonna be my priority. I already told you she's my baby. I can't live without her, especially right now.
And I told you I didn't care. You could have just waited a little bit and picked up your stuff like I told you to. Then after that, you could have gone to look for her.
I was too worried to do something like that. I told you she already seemed hurt when I found her. I couldn't have left her any longer than that. I don't want to accuse you, but oh, screw it. Have you been planning on getting rid of Snowflake for a long time?
Sorta, yeah. I don't like it in my house. You got a problem with that?
You're absolutely horrible. How can you take the most important thing in my life and throw it away like that? You just wanted to hurt me, right?
Stop relying on an animal to keep you happy. If you stopped babying it, this wouldn't be a problem in the first place, you stupid idiot.
I hate you so much. You're nothing but a coward. You can't own up to a mistake, so you're doing everything you can to hurt me? A real man would never do something like this.
Who cares? Go live on the streets with her for all I care. Finally, the truth comes out. I saw a man come into your hotel room for lunch. Bet you didn't think I'd be watching you, huh? I finally have proof you've been cheating on me.
Why are you spying on me? That was my coworker. We're working on a project together.
Oh, stop lying, just give it up already. I have photos to prove it. And don't think I'm just gonna leave you and forget about this. I am suing you for cheating on me. I've already talked to my lawyer about this. Prepare yourself, cheater.
Actually, that's what I wanted to talk to you about.
What are you talking about? You come to beg for my forgiveness or something?
Actually, no. I have proof that you've been cheating. And I also plan on suing you for, well, so many things, to be honest.
Oh, I see how it is. You're still gonna pretend you didn't do anything wrong? I can't believe you're still playing dumb. And now you're accusing me to cover it up? You are pathetic.
I'd watch what you say from now on. This is all gonna be used as evidence in court.
Now get over yourself.
I'm surprised you managed to hide it from me for so long. I honestly had no idea. And to think you've been friends with them since university. That's a long time, huh? You've probably been dating them longer than me, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
And to make things even worse, I've met her. You introduced me to your friend at our wedding. I remember her face. She's your manager's daughter, right?
Wait, how the heck would you know that?
I have proof you've been bringing her over a lot, too. Every time I left, you brought her in to hang out.
You don't have any proof for that. How would you even find that out?
I have baby cameras set up around the house. I use them to keep an eye on Snowflake when I'm not home. It caught basically everything.
Baby cameras? Why would you have those?
You've never been a fan of Snowflake, so I'm always worried you'll hurt her. I put some around the house without telling you just in case something happened.
Did you seriously put cameras in the house? No, you're joking, right?
She never really goes in the living room, so I never check the cameras there. I guess I know why now. She has always been afraid of strangers, after all. But I decided to check them after all of this. And that's how I found out. I'm shocked, to say the least.
Well, you can't just record me like that without asking me. You coward.
You're the coward here. Not only did you cheat on me, but you tried to place the blame on me? And then on top of that, you tried to sue me over it?
This is ridiculous. I can't believe you would put cameras in our house. I just want to be able to divorce you quickly. It would be a pain for me to try and split our stuff in court. Like, we'd have to split everything equally. And they always make the guys pay to support the woman after. It was an easy way to stop that. Can you blame me?
Yes! How stupid are you? That doesn't make any sense.
No one would make me support you if it turned out you cheated on me. And I shouldn't have to pay you anyway. Sure, it was a lie, but it was the only way to make things fair.
It's not your decision to make, Jackson. You don't get to decide what's fair. That's why there's laws in the first place. And you can't just lie to get what you want.
Well, it would have been fine if you didn't set up those cameras. Almost everything went perfectly. But no, you had to go and be an idiot.
God, you're unbelievable. I have a hard time believing people like you even exist. You're so selfish. This goes without saying, but I'm going to be absolutely dragging you through the courts for this.
Oh, whatever, I don't care anymore. I'm gonna start a new life with her anyway. If it'll get you out of my hair, then I'll pay whatever you want.
Oh, speaking of your little girlfriend, I let your manager know about what happened.
Why would you do that?
Well, this affects him too, being her father and all, so I thought I'd let him know.
Is that all you told him? You didn't say anything weird, did you?
Well, I went ahead and showed him the footage I have of you two.
Why would you do that? If he sees that, he's gonna make us break up. Or even worse, what if he fires me?
Well, the footage alone isn't good proof, since it could be from before or after we broke up.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, this is fine.
But there's timestamps on the camera footage to prove it's when we were together.
Does that change anything?
Of course it does! Besides the fact it proves you were cheating on me, it proves you were goofing off on company time. You were supposed to be at work, but instead you were at home boinking the boss's daughter. And you lied about running errands, right?
Yeah, I did.
After showing him everything, I think he understood the situation very well. He said he didn't want someone like that in his company.
No, you're lying. I can't lose my job.
Oh, and the text messages prove you threw my stuff out as well. So I'll be asking for compensation for all of those as well. And since you took my cat, I'm filing a report for theft.
Ugh, you're gonna take everything I have? You're a monster.
Not any more than you.
I can't do this. Fine, let's just stop this whole divorce talk. I'll break up with her. It's better than paying all of this garbage. We can start over, okay? I'll even do marriage counseling like you've been asking me to. We can start again with a clean slate. Pretend none of this ever happened.
No. It's far too late for that. And your boss knows everything that happened, remember? You can't just make them forget all of that.
Oh, well, that's fine. I don't care what he thinks of me. I'm getting fired, but you still have your job. You can support me until I'm back on my feet, right, honey?
Why would I do that? There's no benefit in that for me. I'm not letting you leech off of me after what you've done.
But it's the right thing to do, isn't it?
If I wanted to freeload her in my house, I'd get another cat.
Don't you feel sorry for me? I mean, I'm basically a stray cat at this point. No, please help me. You can't just leave something cute like me out on the streets, right?
Don't call yourself cute. That is gross.
Oh, please, honey.
And stop calling me honey before I barf. I don't have a single drop of sympathy for you. In fact, I'd prefer if you rot out on the streets.
But I'm gonna lose everything. I don't even have a job anymore. What am I supposed to do? Oh, please, just help me out for a little bit. Don't leave me. I promise we can work this out.
After that, I finalized the divorce with Jackson. I of course got the money I deserved as well as compensation for my stuff that he threw out. I even got him to pay for Snowflake's VAT bill. I guess his workplace is short-staffed and can't afford to lose any of its employees. So luckily for him, he avoided getting fired. Instead, he was demoted and now works as the receptionist for the office. And of course, he's receiving much lower pay now as well. His coworkers basically all turned on him as well. After finding out what he'd done to me and seeing footage of him and the manager's daughter, they were horrified. They basically avoid him at all costs. On the other hand, I'm doing well. Snowflake made a full recovery and we're living together in a new apartment. I had enough of relationships for a long time, maybe even forever. Because of that, I haven't been out dating or looking for anyone. I'm perfectly happy living alone with my cat.
Honey, where did you go? I haven't been able to locate you or your mom for a while now.
That's because we are gone for the day. We're headed to the theater to catch a show. After that, we're eating out and then we'll probably make our way home. There's this restaurant by the theater that I've been wanting to go to.
Spending the day at the theater? Just the two of you?
That's right. You're not exactly in a position to be able to go, are you? You have to look after the old man after all.
Yeah, but you could have at least said something so that we knew what you were up to.
And what difference, exactly, would doing that have made? You'll be house-sitting with that old guy regardless of whether I told you or not.
Please don't refer to him like that. It's mean-spirited and wrong.
Old man is good enough for the likes of him.
You and your mother are far too cold to him. Is there really any need for that treatment?
He's a weak, useless father, and he's always been that way. That's why I call him that. He's a pathetic sight. I can't stand looking at him. To make matters worse, now he's just some baggage to be looked after. I'm wondering why he won't hurry up and kick the bucket.
That's not fair. You know the situation wasn't of his choosing. And it's not a reason to ridicule him. It's the sickness that's made him like this.
Oh, that's just typical of you. You're always taking his side in things. You're just as useless as he is. Is that why you're so sympathetic? What a pitiful pair you two are.
Just as useless?
My dad is baggage to be looked after. And you're infertile. A wife who can't bear children. What else would you call that but useless? I expected better out of you.
That weighs on me too. And I'm sorry about that.
Mother agrees as well. She said as much. She said I made a mistake marrying a person that can't give me children. That disappointment of a wife. All she's good for is looking after your hopeless father. That's what Mother thinks of you.
There's no shame in looking after your father. I never thought of it as a burden. He's a kind man, and he was always good to me. I'd give him however much care he needed.
He's only nice because he sees a kindred spirit in you. He thinks of you as his sole ally. Because until you came, there was nobody to take his side. He was alone. His attachment to you is just the product of having an ally in the house.
It's terrible the way you treat him. Don't you think it's cruel?
What's that? What are you accusing me of?
Just like how you and your mom run off to the theater and go eat at fancy restaurants. The money that pays for all of that sustains that lifestyle, was money made by your father.
You're right. And that's all he was ever good for. He had money. But it's not like he was some started from the bottom success story.
There you go, saying that again, diminishing his accomplishments.
That old man, he came from money. That can't be denied. So at the end of the day, that's what he had. Money. But you know, he's not exactly in a position to be spending that money nowadays. So that's where we come in. We're just finding good ways to spend it for him. And it's our right as family to do so.
While he may not be able to get around, he still has his faculties about him. You and your mom treat him like he's less than human. I can't imagine how sad that must make him.
Like it's any of my concern how he feels. I wish he would hurry up and disappear. He's just a waste of space. I forgot to mention it before, but we're headed on vacation tomorrow. We're going abroad.
Oh, we are? That's a rather sudden thing to spring on someone.
Yeah, I had it booked a while back. I've been anticipating it for a while now. The thing is, though, I never told you. Oh yeah, we're going on a cruise.
Okay, that's fine, I guess. But what are you going to do about your father? You don't intend to take him, do you?
No, you're exactly right. That's where you come in. We're going just the two of us. Mother and I. It'll be better that way.
Right. And where am I in this plan? You're just going to go off and leave me behind?
Isn't that obvious what you'll be doing? There's no way I could take someone in a condition like my father on a trip. Not with how much daily attention he needs. Which means I need someone to stay behind and take care of him.
And so that's what you'll have us do? House sit for you?
Well, he couldn't just be left to tend to himself. Not for how long we'll be gone. After all, if something were to happen to him, we would be on our hands. There's no need to invite such trouble by foolishly leaving him by himself. What's more, I think it's better that it's just the two of us going this time. That way there won't be anyone around who might spoil our fun.
Oh, and just who would you be referring to who would do that?
Isn't it obvious? I'm talking about you and the old man.
So you two are going to pamper yourselves on your father's dime, all while he's left behind. And a cruise at that. Just how much did that cost you?
Look, I've been itching for a foreign trip for a while now. It's been too long since my last one. And I want Mother to see the beautiful European scenery. As for the cost, well, it wasn't cheap, but well within our means.
That's your father's money you're talking about.
Indeed, the same money that will be mine someday. For that reason, it's also mine to spend. What I do with my money is my prerogative. If the mood strikes me, I'll get you a gift or something.
All this in your father's condition has slowly been getting worse. So you two think you can just fit in a decadent European cruise? One in which you don't bother to invite the rest of your family?
I'm sure it's just a cold or something, nothing major. Not like I would care if something serious happened to him.
I can't believe you! You're heartless, the both of you! And you're acting so selfish!
You got something to say? Some complaining to do?
I've got a lot to say. The way you act would drive anyone mad. What did we do to deserve this? How did we ever do you wrong? What gall you two have to think that you can just go off and do whatever you want?
That's big talk for a housewife. I thought you knew better than to spout off like that. I could kick you to the curb if I really wanted to. You know that? And if I did that, you'd end up on the streets, with not a penny to your name. You'd have nothing.
When he hears about the kind of spending you two are doing, about just how irresponsible you are, it's enough to make even your father angry. This time he will really be furious.
He can be mad if he wants. It's not like he can do anything in the state he's in. If he raises a fist to one of us, I'll send 2 back. He's no match for me. I'll beat him to a pulp. That might do him some good.
You are truly a cruel, hateful person. You know that.
Hey, you're in the house, aren't you? I just landed. I'm heading your way. Fix something nice for dinner. It's been a long day. I sure have missed some home cooking. There's just something special about it. The tastes of Europe are incredible, but nothing tops a good burger and fries.
Welcome home, dear. So you're finally back on home soil. It's been a while.
Oh, about that gift I said I would get you. I completely forgot. It didn't even cross my mind. But who cares, though, am I right? Hope you weren't expecting anything special.
Where are you? Are you heading to the house right now?
I just got my bags and jumped into a cab at the airport. I'll be there shortly. Traffic is pretty light. So, go get on with my meal. Now. I'm expecting it hot out of the oven. I'm dying of hunger over here. They don't feed you nearly enough on those international flights.
You've got some nerve texting me out of the blue like this.
I think I want something hearty for dinner. A nice, juicy steak would be good. And do some potatoes with them. Mashed, of course. You know how I like them. Oh, and if you have time, a fresh loaf of bread would be nice.
2 months away and you don't have even the faintest interest in what we've been up to? And how about your father? Don't you care about his health? Do you remember the state he was in when you left? Are there more important things than the damn dinner menu?
Huh? Why should I care about how he's doing? And you? What could you have possibly been up to of interest? Look, I'm beat. It was a very long flight. And I thought I told you to get to the cooking. I was serious about that. At this rate, you'll just carry on wasting time complaining about this and that, and before you know it, I'll have arrived.
You really are helpless. There's no changing that fact. It's enough to make a parent disown their child. Your behavior? It's just terrible.
Hey, watch your tongue. Speaking about me like that. You think you own the place now? We're gone for 2 months and you think you're in charge?
No, I don't think that. Not at all. But it's the truth. And I'm just telling it like it is.
Hey, where's the house at? I don't see either of you. Where did you go? And why is the house gone? How did that happen? There's just a vacant lot here. We've arrived to a lot.
You get what you deserve. It was bound to happen. This is just the result of you two going too far one too many times.
What is this nonsense? What are you talking about? What on earth happened here?
I warned you, didn't I? That even your father would be mad at this. That's what I said, wasn't it?
Damn it! Be plain with me, woman! Tell me what happened. Mother beside me here is in a state of shock. She's crumbled to her knees. Is this his doing? Is this the old man behind all of this?
As you can see, the house was leveled and then the lot was sold.
What on earth? What did you do? Why?
Me? I didn't do anything. It was all your father's doing. Oh, and that's not all. He made sure to be thorough. All his cars, his stocks, and any other thing of value were sold off and liquidated.
What? Why would he do that? What does that damn geezer think he's doing? Those were our things, too.
It all began right after you two set off, and it was rather quick. Your father leveraged his contacts. He called a realtor, a lawyer, and an accountant. By the end of the week, the house was completely empty. He had everything carried away to be sold. The demolition happened right after. I was stunned at how fast everything happened.
Where are you now? Where did you go?
I'm back at my parents' house. I moved back in with them for the time being. Your father paid for my flight and all the associated moving expenses. I couldn't have done it without him.
So we leave and you two are just going to take it upon yourselves to do whatever you please? Who gave you permission to do any of this? Why did you think that this was okay?
It was your father's decision. He set everything in motion. Also, I've decided that we're getting a divorce. I can't stand it anymore. I'm sure you're tired from having traveled for so long, but make sure to cooperate so that we can get this over with.
I'm telling you, don't get ahead of yourself. This isn't final.
This is all because you selfishly decided to take that trip. It's your fault. The necessary paperwork has already been given to a divorce lawyer. It's too late now. Your father's graciously paying for the legal services for the divorce as well. He's been too generous.
That limp-wristed old man did all of that. He would never do something like this before. He's really going to try and cut all ties with us. He's going to ruin us. He'll ruin the whole family. And to have the house demolished? Is he right in the head? Was there any need for that?
It's because you truly angered him this time. Worse than you ever had before. He's also doing this in part on my behalf, to make amends for your treatment of me. He said that he wanted to teach you a lesson, that it was for me that he was going to do this to you.
So, to get back at me, he agreed to pay for whatever legal fees came from getting a divorce? And he's fronting the moving expenses as well. All for my downfall.
He said that if we were to get a divorce, that he wanted to ensure that I had every advantage possible. He also said he's going to do whatever he can to make sure I get the most amount in alimony payments as possible. Also, your father told me that he intends to get a divorce as well. He's done with your mother. And that she needs to be taught a lesson as well.
Think about my mother in all of this. How horrible this will be for her. She can't get a divorce at her age. What is she even supposed to do?
Isn't that exactly what you tried to do to me? Back then, when you threatened me?
I was joking. I wasn't going to go through with it. It was just a bluff. I never seriously thought of abandoning you. I would never do that.
Just know that all that has happened is because of your actions. You reap what you sow.
Just because your father didn't say anything when you treated him so poorly, you thought you could get away with everything. You abused his kindness. You took advantage of him.
Quit messing around. This isn't funny. The truth is that he should actually be thankful that we lived with him for so long. When he got sick and needed help, he had a place to stay. We provided that to him.
What's there to be thankful for in that? Do you know what you are saying? He would have been happier anywhere else but that house. While in that house, all he got was terrible treatment from the both of you.
Silence! I won't hear these accusations. Being at home is the ultimate happiness for the elderly. We gave him that happiness.
But the real reason he was there was to avoid having to pay someone else to look after him. Isn't that right? That would have been costly, and you had other plans for that money. And it was convenient having me there to do the work. It didn't cost anything that way.
I gave you something to do. You who were worthless otherwise. We did this all for you two. And this is the thanks we get? You should know your place. Don't think I'll let you get away with this. I won't forgive you for this.
Look at you. You're still trying to argue from a position of power. It's getting tiresome. I'm tired of doing this.
It doesn't matter what father does. The right to his fortune lies with me. It's my money. Now, where did he go? Tell me. Then I'll take what's rightfully mine, even if I have to force it from him.
He's in a home for the elderly. He checked himself into one. And as for his fortune, I'd imagine it's mostly gone by now. He paid for 5 years at the facility in advance. All in one check. Those places sure are expensive. I was surprised at the amount when I heard it. All the liquidated money, his savings, there's hardly anything left. Certainly little left for you.
There's nothing left. My inheritance.
Your father's estate is his to do with as he pleases. And he did. It's too late. There's nothing you can do at this point.
That can't be. My inheritance can't be gone. I need that money.
I can't tell you how much it pains me to tell you this, but there's no money for you to inherit. So that means nothing for you. I know how much you were counting on it. It must be awful.
That bastard! Tell me his address. I'll find him.
And do what? Assault an old man in a nursing home? I'd advise against that. The facility is on watch for family members, under suspicion that they might do him harm. If you try and go for visitation, you'll probably be accompanied by security.
At every turn, he's trying to make a fool out of me.
It's what anyone would do to protect themselves. I certainly would. But more importantly, how long do you intend to keep that front up? Isn't it getting old? Don't you think you should stop and consider the implications of the position you're in?
Good morning. I hope you slept well. Yesterday, I was out of line. I was seeing red and made a number of threats. I'm sorry about that. Let's start over. Do you think you could hear me out? I think it will be worth your time.
I'm not bothered about your behavior yesterday. It was only natural considering what happened. And I'm used to it anyways. You always acted so arrogant towards me. Your father is used to it too. You treated him even worse than you did me.
I did some bad things to him. Some things I regret. We've both reflected on our actions. Many unfortunate things came to pass because of us. I think I speak for both of us when I say that I'm truly sorry about all that has happened up to this point.
That's quite the change of heart you had there. I'm a little surprised. Do you understand now? You didn't seem to yesterday. The tables have turned. We hold all the cards now.
No, I get it. I really do. We're in quite a predicament. Our selfish behavior was too much. We were called to father worse than we would be to any stranger.
And this is your attempt to make amends? A simple apology to make everything right? If you think this is good enough to get on my good side, you are wrong. Whatever your concern about the divorce proceedings, they are happening. Are you worried that you won't have anything left? Now with no inheritance, that I'll make way with the rest of your money? I'm worried about what will happen to Mother at the end of this. She will be left penniless, and I will be the one looking after her going forward. You're right. That is a tough situation. She's never worked, after all, and probably couldn't at her age. Not like she would, even if she could. So, because of that, I need some of my savings. I can't have you running off with everything. In other words, are you trying to make a deal? Let's just agree to split our stuff 50-50. Please. I'm begging. No. I have no intention of budging on that front. Don't be so stubborn. There has to be something I can do. With how you've done as you pleased up till now, enough is enough. You've had all the chances I'm willing to give. From now on, you can try living modestly, frugally. I know that will be hard for you. It isn't a matter of losing a bit of money. We're talking about everything. All my savings, gone. I'll be left destitute. You wouldn't do that to me, right? Not destitute. You'll still have your work after all is said and done. And your mother even has her pension. Together, that should be enough to live a humble life going forward. But there's a world of difference between that and how we've been living. Mother can't change her lifestyle. She's lived lavishly for decades. Are you in a position to be saying such indulgent things? How spoiled you two are. She will spend less. There's no other options. That is your reality. She can wail and cry, and that life of spending however she wants will never come back. Yeah, but that's a tragic position for her to be reduced to. Don't think this applies just to her. Your high roller days are over as well. Since it's come to this, you probably should have found a higher paying job. You were so cavalier in your choice of work, knowing you had your father's inheritance to fall back on. I never thought he'd strong-arm me like this. That he would do this to us. I mean, he went and had the whole house destroyed. He got rid of everything. And he didn't hesitate either. He said that he had nothing but bad memories of that house. He wanted to bury those memories. And for a house that he had built for his family, for that to be his reward, it's just awful to think about. But it's still going too far, right? However angry he may have been in the moment, that's just too much. It shows just how deep the grudge ran, no? You pushed him to the breaking point. I was only married to you for 5 years, but he had to spend decades there. It's unimaginable what he endured. They say that it's the calm ones that are the scariest when they get upset. I hope your suitcase is still packed, because you're going to be living out of it for the near future. After that, divorce talks proceeded between us through our lawyers. I was able to prove that he was the cause of considerable emotional distress that ruined our marriage. In the end, our assets were largely awarded to me. The divorce of my former in-laws ended with his mother allotted nothing. She really was left penniless. With that, both divorces were finalized. He and his mother lived together for a time, but she was unable to rein in her spending. Because she tried to resume the same lifestyle as when she was married, he had to take on debt to pay for it, and that ruined the two's relationship. Shortly after moving back home, I reconnected with an old friend and we started dating. We got married. I worried about my ex's father, so I tried to go and see him once a year to give him some company. But he passed away right at the end of the 5 years, right as his advance payments ran out. I heard that he came down with cancer before he died. But, so as to not have any of the money go to his son, he fought and just barely made it to the end of his 5 years. That was how genuine his grievances were. Even for family, don't go buying hate.
Thanks again for everything today. I seem to be feeling a lot better thanks to your visit, Kate.
I'm glad to hear that. Anyhow, I'm glad it was not anything too serious.
I mean, I did break my leg.
I am just saying it was not a life-threatening injury, at least. When your boss told me you got into an accident, I was devastated. I would be lost without you.
I thought I was done for when the accident happened, too.
This isn't a laughing matter. We're fortunate nothing other than your leg got hurt in the accident. You have Anna to consider for, so you need to make sure you take better care of yourself.
I know. You're right. Accidents at work happen all the time, but to be the one on the receiving end is no laughing matter. After I get out of the hospital, I will have to figure out a way to make it better so something like this doesn't happen again.
Make what better? Are you talking about work?
Yeah. Humans make mistakes even if they are being extra careful. Honestly, it's impossible to completely prevent any sort of accident from happening. But if we can decrease the overall number of accidents, that might be the best possible outcome. To tell you the truth, I have had close calls in the past before. I will have to get together with the other guys and see if we can figure something out.
You are still thinking about work even while you are at the hospital. Why don't you just focus on getting better first? Stop worrying about work right now.
I know. Anyways, you said Anna is there with you today? Did you guys go to the park and play or something today?
Her vacation has officially started, so she is going to be off school for a while. She is still young, and this whole situation is really confusing for her. I don't think she's really processed that she won't be able to see her dad for a while because he got hurt at work. Fortunately, she's just been distracted and been playing with her toys.
That is a bit of a shock to hear. Does she notice that I am gone? Or seem like she misses me?
I mean, you travel all the time for work. Spending a couple days at a time out isn't unusual for you. So Anna is probably already used to this sort of thing. Sorry to break it to you.
That's true. I can't complain as long as she seems like she's doing okay. To be honest, I'm getting lonely over here. Next time you come to visit, I would really appreciate it if you brought her with you.
They said you'd be at the hospital for about 3 weeks, right? Can't you just wait that long to see her?
Hey, don't tease me with things like that. Even though I don't really spend that much time with Anna, it'd literally be adding insult to injury if you don't come with her. I really think seeing her would really raise my spirits.
Sorry. However, seeing you in the hospital might be shocking for her. I mean, your leg has pins coming out of it. And there is a bunch of medical equipment everywhere. I feel like it might freak her out and really make her anxious.
That might be true, but I still want to see her. Would you mind just explaining the situation to her and see how she reacts? If you still think it will be scary for her, I'll leave it be.
Sounds like a plan. At the very least, I will bring it up to her again. If she says she doesn't want to go, let's not force the issue. I know this is hard, but don't feel too down, okay? Everything is going to be all right.
Of course, I know that. Well then, thanks again for today. I feel bad for having you take care of Anna on your own, but I really do appreciate it. I am counting on you.
I got it under control. No worries. Stop worrying about other people all the time, Nick, and worry about yourself right now. I'll come visit you again soon.
I miss Anna so much. I want to see her badly. However, I thought about it and I think you're right. I do think it would freak her out.
I'll be coming to visit you instead today. Is having your wife visit not good enough for you?
You know that's not what I'm saying. It has been several days and I still haven't been able to see my daughter. It's just bumming me out. Your visits make me feel a lot better, though.
I'm glad to hear it. The situation with Anna is what it is. When I explained the situation with your injury to her, she got really scared and started crying. It was really rough.
I am sorry you had to deal with that. I imagine this is just too hard on Anna.
Sadly, I think you're right. I think we have to just accept it and respect her feelings.
That aside, I think she's been feeling extra down lately. Before you got hospitalized, you had promised to have a father-daughter play date with her. Unfortunately, I had to tell her you needed to cancel it. She's been just brooding about since.
I remember that. I feel terrible about it. I'm such a terrible father.
I think kids her age don't really understand what a serious injury entails. They have probably only experienced cuts and bruises by this point. I imagine it's all really confusing for her. I will say she does miss you. You better make it up to her when you get out of the hospital. Be sure to take her out and spend a lot of time with her.
Yes, ma'am. I am glad that Anna will still be on her vacation by the time I do get released. I think I'll take her on a trip somewhere.
Do you think you will be able to go somewhere immediately after getting out of the hospital? I imagine they are going to make you use crutches for at least a little while after you get out.
It'll be fine. I may be slower, but I will still be able to get around on crutches. Besides, I feel like she's already been through enough. The quicker we can get back to normalcy, the better. I think it is okay to spoil her a bit.
Just do not force yourself to do something you shouldn't do, okay? If your condition gets worse, it will make all the time that you have already spent at the hospital meaningless.
No need to worry. I definitely have no intention of spending more time here. Hey, I'm sorry.
Huh? About what?
After you left the other day, I got a call from my mom. She told me Ashley is coming back home.
Oh? She is? Why?
It seems her college is also on a long break.
Well, that's exciting. Do you think she will drop by the house for a visit?
Yeah, she mentioned that she wanted to see you and Anna. I think there is a decent chance that she will drop by in the next couple of days. I do not know all the details right now, though. I will let you know more when I talk to her.
Does your sister even know that you are in the hospital? She's not come to visit you or anything yet, right?
When the accident happened, she was just really busy with her own stuff. It seems like she had various assignments to submit and tests to prepare for before the break started. My mom didn't want to add more to her plate, so she decided to not tell her yet. Honestly, if she did come to visit, she would make a scene, so I decided not to tell her either.
Your sister does have a tendency to make a scene, doesn't she? I imagine she will just want to poke your cast and doodle all over it. She will probably drive you crazy.
Man, that sounds just like her.
You're telling me that doesn't sound like fun? So, is that why you haven't told her anything yet?
More or less, that is the case. If she does decide to stop by, she told me she would let us know in advance. If I still have not been discharged from the hospital by then, I might need you to deal with her for me. If you would rather not, we can just wait until after I get discharged to deal with it. It isn't a big deal.
I do not mind at all if she wants to visit. Honestly, I feel like it's been ages since I last saw Ashley. I think it would be good for us to catch up. I am looking forward to seeing her.
Sorry for making you deal with my annoying little sister. While she is over there, you can have her take care of Anna for a little while. Give yourself a break. I honestly think she would be happy to do that.
That sounds like a good idea. I will ask her when the time comes. I imagine Anna would be happy to hang out with her too. She loves her.
I think she needs to stop by my parents' house for a bit before she drops by. So, this is probably not something that will happen in the next couple of days.
Gotcha. No problem. Well then, I'll talk to you later. Make sure to get some proper rest, okay?
There is nothing else for me to do here. You make sure to take care of yourself as well.
Seriously, Nick? What the hell have you been doing?
What has you worked up all of a sudden? It has been a while since we last talked, but there has to be more to it than that, right? By the way, have you gotten in yet? You got in earlier than I thought you would.
This has nothing to do with that. Answer my question. What the hell are you doing? What is with the small talk? Are you trying to dodge my question?
I do not really understand what you're getting at. Why are you mad at me all of a sudden?
It should be pretty obvious why I am mad at you. You left your kid at home for over a week all by herself! You are the worst! I never thought that you, of all people, would stoop so low.
What? Is Anna okay? What do you mean she's been home for a week on her own?
Don't think you can play dumb with me. Anna told me everything that has been going on. She said neither you nor Kate have been home for over a week at this point. I can't believe you would do this. You abandoning your child to fool around with your wife? Are you having fun? You are not suited to being a parent.
What are you talking about? I have actually been hospitalized for over a week now.
Huh? What sort of lie is that? You think I would believe something like that? Pathetic.
I am seriously telling you the truth. You've been so busy lately with your finals, and I didn't want to stress you out by telling you. But I really am in the hospital right now. That doesn't matter right now. What about Anna? Is she okay? Anna was at my house when you met up with her, no? Was Kate there as well?
You are not listening to me. I am telling you that besides Anna, no one else has been at the house. I mean, are you really at the hospital right now, Nick? Anna seems to know nothing about that.
Huh? There is no way that she does not know. Kate told me she explained everything to Anna earlier.
I am telling you, Kate is nowhere to be found. I am willing to set your situation aside for now. I imagine if I ask Mom, she will be able to clear everything up quickly.
She will be able to. She knows about everything. More importantly, what is going on with Anna? You said just a bit ago she's been alone for a whole week, right? Is she hurt?
Right. You don't have to worry about that. She isn't hurt. All things considered, she seems mostly okay. I have her under my care for now. I went and picked her up at your place and brought her to our parents' house with me. I think she's been getting by on her own by eating frozen dinners and stuff. It does not seem like there is anything wrong with her health, though. She doesn't appear to be hurt or anything either.
I can't believe this. Are you being serious? If you are, she needs to be checked out. Please bring her to the hospital with you right away. We have to figure out if anything happened to her.
This is why I told you to relax. We have it under control. I am not completely helpless. Mom is getting her checked out right now to see if everything is okay. We left her insurance information at your house, though. So I am on my way to go get it now.
Great. Thank you so much. It seems like you have everything under control.
Hey, Nick? I am sorry I blamed everything on you without understanding the situation first. I really had no idea about everything that has been happening. I said some harsh things to you.
I understand. I would probably react the same way if I were in your shoes. Honestly, if that is what you heard from Anna, I cannot blame you for having the wrong idea. More importantly, where has Kate been this whole time? She told me time and time again that she had been watching over Anna. What the hell was she thinking, leaving Anna alone for a week on her own? That is unacceptable.
Well, about that. I actually might have an idea about what Kate has been up to.
What? Really? How do you know?
I'll get into more of the details later. I will bring Anna by the hospital to visit you after her checkup. You must be worried sick. Do you want me to bring her by?
That would mean the world to me. I feel like seeing her safe is the only way I can be put at ease right now. I hate that all of this was just forced upon you. Please take care of Anna for me.
Hey, Nick. Sorry. I wasn't able to stop by today after all. I have just been so busy.
Do not worry about it. I am doing fine here. You should just go to a hotel or something and blow off some steam when you are done with everything. When I get out of here, you won't be able to do that sort of thing for a while. Why not take it easy and make the most of this time while you can?
Huh? What are you talking about? Why do you want me to go to a hotel?
You have really been wanting to go to one, haven't you? You even collected pamphlets for various places you wanted to go to. Wanted to make sure you picked the right one, huh? It's not smart to leave that sort of thing just laying around the house, you know. If you're going to cheat on me, don't you think you should put a little more effort into hiding the evidence of it?
What is going on? Did something happen?
What the hell are you talking about?
Aren't you making a pretty big assumption based off of me just having a couple hotel pamphlets in the house? Jumping to conclusions much? I mean, you are still at the hospital, so how would you even know? It's not like you are able to come home.
You're right. I didn't find them. Ashley found them in the house when she went to visit. She also found our daughter, who had been abandoned for over a week. She took Anna under her custody. Not being home for over a week, pamphlets of hotels lying across the house. Even I can connect the dots. Have fun.
Huh? Ashley came by? When? I thought you said she wasn't going to stop by for a few days. Wasn't she supposed to contact us ahead of time, too?
She forgot to reach out to me before stopping by the house. Honestly, it's very like her. However, thanks to that, I was able to learn that my wife was having an affair and being a negligent parent. Also, she was able to get Anna out of there. I am quite appreciative of her for everything.
Wait a minute. You can accuse me all you want, but I am not having an affair. I just gave in to temptation a little bit. It was seriously meaningless.
Right. So what you are saying is you are having an affair. Thanks for confessing to me. It makes deciding what to do next a lot easier for me. Fortunately for you, now you will not have to go behind my back or anything anymore.
What? Are you playing a trick on me or something?
I found out about everything today. I can't believe you have been neglecting Anna this whole time. Honestly, I had a pretty good feeling you were cheating after hearing about how you treated Anna and how you had hotel pamphlets laying around the house. As one would suspect, I didn't have a ton of time to collect evidence. However, you being weirdly honest about everything makes it a lot easier for me.
I cannot believe this. Were you trying to trick me?
What are you talking about? You already admitted to everything without any prying. Man, you must have been having a great time deceiving me and Anna and fooling around with some guy. I hope it was worth it.
No, I mean, let me explain. Like I said before, I am not having an affair. It was a one-time thing where I just succumbed to temptation.
Oh, okay. Since it was just succumbing to temptation, that means you can leave my daughter alone for over a week. I think I am all caught up. Thanks for clarifying. The fact that you think that's okay is honestly more upsetting to me than the affair. You might want to check with the other guy if he is still available and interested.
You are acting like she was left to fend for herself. I left a bunch of frozen food and things she might need in the house. She was fine. And it is not like I never went to the house to check on her.
I heard about that from Anna. She said you would occasionally come home to grab a change of clothes, then immediately leave. That is essentially the same as if you never went there at all.
Well, would you have preferred I took Anna with me to the hotel then? That would be just weird for both of us.
Do not try to make this situation my fault. You are trying to make the logistics of the affair the issue. The issue is that you were cheating on me in the first place. Not just that. You lied to Anna about everything. She had no idea that I was in the hospital. You told her we had just been going out together the whole time. What kind of lie is that? Did you think she wouldn't figure it out?
I lied to her because I was afraid of the potential consequences. I knew that if I told Anna you were in the hospital, that would be the end of it all. That is all it was.
Wow. I see that you were always looking out for your highest priority. You. You had the perfect setup too, didn't you? Anna was on a long break from school, so none of her teachers or classmates would have ever heard how her mom and dad haven't been coming home recently. The last piece of the puzzle was figuring out how to keep me in the dark. Fortunately for you, I solved that one by getting hurt at work. You had it all worked out. Screw you. I don't want to hear your excuses.
Anna is completely fine though, isn't she? So what is the big deal? I am sorry about the cheating. Please forgive me and let us move past this and be a family again. As long as Anna isn't hurt, then everything is okay in your eyes. You think you're going to get off the hook that easily? After all this? Fortunately, you are a terrible liar. Did you consider how Anna might hate me for abandoning her? Why don't you try thinking about the consequences of your actions a bit more? Did you consider her feelings at all? I imagine I might have made her feel lonely. However, once you get out of the hospital, you will be able to spend more time with your family, you know? So I really do not see the issue here. There are issues everywhere. This whole situation has made me see you in a completely different light. I see that you are capable of doing such horrible things without any sign of remorse. I do not want that kind of person in my daughter's life. I want to get a divorce. Would you just wait a minute? I really do not have any feelings for the guy I was with at all. I will never see him again, so please forgive me. You were able to destroy your family over someone you didn't even care about? That makes you look even worse. How can I ever be confident that you will not try to do something like this again? How can I ever trust you? Just because you regret having an affair does not change the fact that you had one. Anna is still young, okay? How do you think she will react if her parents just suddenly get a divorce? I can't believe you want to put her through that. I feel sorry for her. It's as you said. She is still young. You had that young girl spend a whole week living without any parental supervision. Clearly, you don't care about hurting her feelings. To think you can call yourself her mother is a joke. Aren't you being a little too cruel? Without me there, who is going to look after her? You going to leave her alone like I did when you go on all your business trips? I imagine every time you leave the house, she wonders how long you will leave her for this time. It must be really hard for her having such an unreliable father. I am bringing Anna with me back to the house. I don't want to force Anna to experience anything like this ever again. Besides, I don't need concern from someone who is barely more than a stranger to me. After that, me and Kate got a divorce. Since the reason for divorce was partly the affair and partly the situation with Anna, I was able to keep custody of Anna. As Kate had said, she was not serious at all with the guy. It seems they didn't have any further contact after I found out about their affair. I'm looking into legal action against the guy, but honestly, I do not really care about the outcome of all that. Reflecting back on how Kate callously left my daughter alone for over a week so that she could fool around with another guy makes me have absolutely zero regrets about this divorce. Also, my leg was able to heal back to normal in no time. I was discharged from the hospital around the same time the divorce was finalized. Now, Anna and I are living together in our house. After I was released from the hospital, Anna seemed like she was having a really hard time with all the lies Kate had told her. However, it seems like she is starting to move on and get back to normal. Now that I am a single parent, I realize how big of a task it is to take on the responsibility of raising a child on your own. However, as a single father, I want to ensure that I take that responsibility seriously and raise her properly.
Hey, sis. Long time no talk. You got a moment? It's about Jesse. Can you get a divorce from him? Pretty please. Huh? You contact me for the first time in 5 years and this is what you say? What are you talking about? You guys don't even know each other. Oh, but we do. We were secretly dating behind your back. What the hell? Are you for real right now? I mean, I get how you always wanted whatever I had since we were little, but that's nothing to joke about, you know? I'm not joking. I want to take him from you for good. I mean, you get why he's such a knockout, right? He's a high-earning businessman. I really trust in your choice. And I really want him for myself now. So can you get a divorce, please? Thanks. Well, it's your lucky day, Sam. I actually just turned in the divorce papers right now. What? Really? For real? For real?
We were already considering getting a divorce for a while now. But the reason didn't have anything to do with you. Nevertheless, if you guys are getting together, then I know it's just gonna be mayhem. So just do whatever you want and leave me out of it. I'm so done with him now. Other than that, I don't give two shits what you guys do.
Oh, for real? You're the best!
Just saying, don't bother asking me for the reasons for the divorce. I don't want to even think about our marriage anymore. Jesse can tell you everything.
Nah, Jesse's so sweet. He was preparing everything for us to finally be together. My little love bug. So this is what it's like to really be loved. I'm so lucky to have found him. Thank you so much for the connection. Sorry you're losing your happy marriage to me, but I think I've really found the love of my life now. All thanks to you.
It's okay. There was nothing happy about my marriage anyway. Just do whatever you want with him and leave me alone for good. He's all yours.
Oh, wow. What's up with your attitude? Jeez. Oh, I get it. You're just being a jealous, shallow loser pretending to be okay because your little sister ended up winning the heart of the man of your dreams. Huh? No, that's so funny.
Whatever. Think whatever you want. I'm going out now. Bye.
Yeah. Thanks for the divorce anyways. I'll live happily ever after in place of you. Sis, did you get the wedding invitation yet?
Yeah. How did you even know my new address? I made sure not to tell anybody, even to all the relatives that keep taking your side in every frickin' thing.
Ooh, about that, I was really clever with it. You know how you always send birthday cards and Christmas cards only to Grandma? Well, I remembered about that, so I snuck into Grandma's house and found the cards to get your new address. I felt like a spy. It was so cool. She always leaves the back door to the garden open, remember? I went through there. It was so easy. I'm such a genius.
You know that could be considered illegal trespassing, right?
Oh, shut your hole. She's family for God's sake. But thanks to my ingenious plan, I can now invite you to my wonderful wedding. Great, right? It's gonna be the best day ever for me and Jesse. I wanted to show off to you just how much happier and blessed I am than you. So come, okay?
I decline.
Huh? Decline. You're not gonna come to your own sister's wedding.
Well, for starters, I don't even know why you would invite me or think that I would want to go after having no contact with you for years on end. And second, I physically can't be there that day anyway.
Physically?
I'm going to answer the RSVP card with regrets, and there's nothing you can do about it.
No, that's unacceptable. You're so rude. How could you after I went through all that trouble? I designed the whole wedding around showing off to you just how much better my life is than yours. That was the whole point. You're like the main reason I spend so much effort and money on making it so extravagant. Why can't you even get that? Oh, now it's all gonna be for nothing if you don't come. Your sad, miserable face was gonna be the best wedding gift ever.
Does it look like I give a crap? Enjoy your stupid, extravagant wedding. Bye.
Hey, wait! Your attendance is confirmed. You have to come. Your place at the table will be prepared for you whether you like it or not. If you don't want to embarrass yourself by leaving it open, then you have to come. No excuses. Sis! Where the heck are you? You promised to come. You're such a freaking loser. You're embarrassing me. Hurry up. Where the heck are you? I went through all the trouble of preparing a place for you at my own wedding. You should have been honored to come. Now it's all gonna go to waste. You better at least Venmo me $10,000 as my wedding gift. You coward. I mean, come on. How much of a butthole can you really be? Not attending your own sister's wedding just because you're so jealous of my happiness? How shallow can you be? You're a disgrace.
Geez, stop spamming my phone with your dumb texts already. I've had enough. You must really like feeling superior.
Yeah, of course I am. I ended up being the one that won in life, unlike you. You must feel so tiny now, overtaken by your own little sister.
You're just blabbering on to me now because there isn't anyone else around you that you feel superior to, right? If you ask me, that's what being a loser is.
Huh?
Sorry, but like I already told you, I can't make it today.
Oh, what? You really expect me to believe that a divorced single loner like you doesn't have plenty of time on her hands? Liar! What, you're on Tinder dates or something now? Oh, that's so shameful. Just come so I can embarrass you even more. You're a loner with no actual love life whatsoever. Admit it. You lost against me in life. I feel so sorry for you. Oh.
No, I actually finished with all my matchmaking now. And now I'm getting married in the Bahamas today.
Huh? The Bahamas?
Yeah, I finally found someone that really acknowledges me for who I am, as well as my circumstances. He understands how I've estranged my family, so he didn't mind having an intimate overseas wedding with just the two of us. That's all.
Huh? Wait, what? Hasn't it only been a year since you and Jesse got a divorce? How could you have gotten married in so little time? What's going on?
Yeah, I guess it was quite a fast process, but he's actually someone I've known for a really long time now. It just felt really right, you know? Like it was destined. He's the love of my life.
Someone you knew.
Oh, you know him really well as well.
What? Who? Hurry up and tell me. I thought I already stole the love of your life from you.
It's Kyle.
Huh? The Kyle.
Yeah, the Kyle that used to live near us during our childhood. We met by coincidence when I moved to my new apartment after getting the divorce. He happened to live in the room right next to me. It was like a fairy tale, and today is our happily ever after.
What? Huh? Oh my god, you're kidding me, right? What kind of a happily ever after can you possibly get from him? He's a hobo.
Oh, excuse me?
Oh my god, sucked in. You didn't even know? He's stinking poor. You guys must have spent everything on this fancy wedding. You guys are going straight to being homeless after this. Oh, this is the best day ever. I've never laughed so loud.
I'm sorry. Kyle's poor?
Yeah. How didn't you even know? He was raised by a single mom, remember? Without a father to bring in, actual income. He used to even wear the same exact clothes every single day. They were the poorest family ever. It was hilarious. How can you not even remember any of this? Oh, worst mistake of your life. Oh, I get it now. He's the only guy left that would even marry you now that you're a divorcee with no good prospects about you at all. Oh, how unlucky of you.
What the heck are you going on about? Kyle wasn't raised by a single mother. He's the son of the president of AA Inc., and he's its next successor.
Huh? Oh, come on. AA Inc. The AA Inc. Where Jesse works.
Yeah. I never told you myself, but I used to work there as well. I was Jesse's supervisor until the divorce conundrum happened. I mean, I could have fired him if I wanted to, but it just made me sick to work at the same place I met him. I was extra nice for letting him stay working there, just to let you know. He didn't tell you?
Well, I've never heard of any of that. But that would mean you earned more than him. What? Why didn't you tell me? I never knew.
Well, anyway, Kyle's dad used to always be abroad to expand the business. Kyle and his mother were meant to go live overseas with him, but they decided to stay because Kyle's mother preferred to live close to her parents. Apparently, Kyle's grandmother was really ill at the time and needed special care, so this resulted in them living separately with his father for quite some time. Maybe this is why you misinterpreted that he didn't have a father, perhaps?
Then, why did he have no clothes at all? You saw it. He always wore the same outfit. The white t-shirt and the black pants? Remember? How do you explain that? They were poor for sure.
Well, apparently they were super into that thing that Steve Jobs did, you know? Where he wears the same outfit every day to max his concentration ability or something. Well, his parents made him do it to ace his grades at school. Looks like it was in fact very effective in the end. For your information, they were designers. He had multiple of the same pieces and they were always fresh from the dry cleaners. If you ask me, that's pretty extravagant for a schoolboy, no? Nowhere near something that a poor person would do. Of course, he did own other types of clothing to fit the dress code for all the important events he had to attend, as part of his father's business.
Are you actually serious right now? So wait, in other words, you got to marry into a super rich family of extremely high status as a result of getting a divorce with Jesse.
Well, that wasn't the aim at all, but we just really clicked. It's really a dream come true. I get to live the rest of my life now with someone that truly loves me back as much as I love him. If you really want to go into detail about his status, he's soon going to be the next president of AA Inc. Apparently, his father is considering retiring in the near future. However, obviously, it's no easy task that just anyone can do to have to bear such high responsibility as the new president. He has been preparing for this all his life, learning proper conduct and skills so as to not embarrass his family. I'm really proud to be his soon-to-be wife.
What? No fear. No fear. I already signed the registration form with Jesse.
Oh, what's wrong? I thought you were really happy with getting married to Jesse.
But Kyle is way richer than Jesse. It's obviously better to get married to him than Jesse. No fear. I'm his childhood friend too. I should have got the chance too. That's it. We gotta switch now. Before you get married today. Switch partners with me now. No excuses. Now. You can take your stupid Jesse back.
Ew, no.
What? You should be ecstatic. I'm giving you back the husband you used to have. You should thank me for being nice.
Why the heck would I take back someone who pleaded with me to get a divorce because he got another woman pregnant? He cheated on me behind my back. Twice, by the looks of it. Obviously, my heart has left him long ago. No way I want him back. Yuck.
Huh? Pregnant?
Of course, I didn't want to believe it at first, but then his secret lover came busting into my house the very next day to break my marriage by force. So, of course, I divorced him.
What? What are you talking about? I'm not pregnant. What do you mean she came to your house? Who's she?
What? Don't tell me. You never asked Jesse the reason of the divorce. You did, didn't you?
Huh? I mean, I did, but he just said that the love died or something along those lines. He never mentioned another woman.
Oh, wow. I should have known. He diverted the question, didn't he? Well, okay, I'll tell you the gist of what really happened in place of him then. First, Jesse made a pass at a newbie where we worked even though we'd just gotten married. He tricked her to think that he was single and he got her pregnant. By the time the newbie found out she was pregnant, it was too late and she was against the idea of abortion. So because of this, discussions for a divorce soon arose. I was disgusted by him, so it wasn't a difficult decision for me. I thought that at the very least, Jesse and the newbie would get happily married after everything. But when her relatives found out about how the pregnancy came to be, they were also extremely disgusted by Jesse and banned their marriage for good. Seemed like he tried to hide the fact that he cheated until the wedding was over, but I guess it was to no avail. But he ended up having to pay for the whole pregnancy as well as child support, especially because she was still in college and her parents cut her off when they heard about her situation. Side note, she gave birth to twins, so he pays double the amount every month, even until now, which comes to about $10,000 a month, was it? I don't know, something like that.
At $10,000 a month?
Of course, I've already gotten my divorce settlement, so it has nothing to do with me anymore. That was a whole other disaster, but I won't get into that. So, after all this mess was finally done with, we finally got the divorce ready to be finalized. We'd signed the papers and said our goodbyes for good. And just when I thought I'd never have to hear that scum's name ever again, you started sending me messages boasting about being his new secret girlfriend. I admit I was really flabbergasted, but moreover, I was just so done with him that I didn't really care about anything to do with him anymore. But it did come as a surprise to know that he was already cheating on the mother of his children so soon. Well, who am I kidding? Maybe I should have seen it coming, knowing his toxic habit of cheating. Well, that's the gist of it, I guess. Happy?
Huh? I've never heard such nonsense. You're lying to make me feel bad on my own wedding day, you evil psycho!
Well, whatever you believe, there's no way of you avoiding the facts. Why don't you just ask him if you don't believe me?
If it was true, he would have told me everything way before today. I'm his one and only. He said so. The only reason he wouldn't have told me is if it was a lie. But if I knew all of that, I would never have decided to get married to him. My life, it's gonna be another failure.
I mentioned before, didn't I, that you weren't the reason for the divorce. I also advised you to ask him for the exact reasons of our divorce. It's not my fault if you cry to me about it now.
But
it's your fault, and yours only, for being in this mess now. You were the one who got so ecstatic thinking you won against me by taking my husband that you didn't even investigate everything for your own good, didn't you? Just how stupid can you be? What goes around comes around, Sam. You can't make this my fault now. You gotta take responsibility for your own dumb actions.
no, I quit then. I'm canceling the wedding. Like I said, I'm gonna take Kyle as my new husband. That's the least you can do for me now as my own sister.
See, this is what I'm talking about. You don't even think twice about your dumb choices. You're too impulsive. What makes you even think that Kyle would want to marry you too? You don't even know him properly, for crying out loud. Look, why don't we try it then? Just to make you shut up about it. I'll pass my phone to Kyle now.
Hey, it's Kyle here. I still can't get my head around why you don't even remember me repeatedly telling you that my parents aren't divorced when we were little. I, on the other hand, distinctly remember how you would always make fun of me for having no dad and being poor. You're a disgusting human being, and I'll never forget about it.
Huh? Kyle?
Why the hell do you think I'd marry a psycho like you? Hell to the no.
That's all he has to say, apparently. You can't be too dumb not to get it now, right?
Huh? That's not fair. I never got a say in anything. What makes you think you guys could be so rude to me?
Give up already, Sam. When are you ever gonna learn? You're just a self-involved drama queen. No one cares.
Huh? How dare you?
Oh, my bad. I should have known that's something too difficult for you to comprehend. Well, looks like nothing is ever gonna get through to you, so I'll just block you now, alright? I have my fabulous honeymoon to get back to. Ta-ta!
Hey, I'm not finished yet! Hey, answer me! No fair!
Not surprisingly, Sam called off the marriage. She exploded with fury and went on a rampage at her own wedding right after finding out the truth behind Jesse's past. When discussions arose between the two on how to handle things from there, Sam was taken aback by what Jesse claimed on his behalf. Jesse swore that he had explained everything about himself before he had proposed, and that Sam should have already known about it. From this, another argument ruptured concerning who was actually at fault. But even though they were in the midst of sorting things out, it was revealed that Jesse had already gone and found another lover on the side during the engagement, and had invited his new love to their wedding. In a turn of events only the cheesiest telenovela writers could come up with, the other woman revealed she was pregnant. Sam's wedding became a nationwide joke, and memes and reaction videos were all over the internet for the next few weeks. Sam's hell continued when Jesse got sued yet again for child support, and the courts ordered his wages be garnished. My parents contacted me about this whole situation, asking me to aid Sam financially for starting the commotion in the first place, and that her running off to a new man was all my fault. Of course, I didn't accept any of their ridiculous pleas, and I intend to continue never getting involved in my family's dumb affairs, especially when they're all inclined to always take my sister's side. As a result of all this commotion, I've decided to completely block them from all my apps and social media platforms. I now live the life of my dreams with my one and only who truly understands me for who I am.
Hey, June. I'm getting on the subway now. From here, I'll be heading straight home.
All right, I'll see you soon then. Right now, I'm just in the middle of getting dinner ready. But I already got your towel and everything ready, so you can just hit the shower right when you get home.
Oh, great. I'll do just that.
Dinner for tonight is fried chicken and mashed potatoes. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds great. Thanks, June. You're making exactly what I wanted. Just thinking about your delicious fried chicken is enough to melt all the frustrations of the day away.
Well, that's just great to hear.
I can't wait to get home. I'll get to take a nice hot shower and then eat my favorite food. Seriously, just the best way to end the day.
Aw, you're being too much. By the way, do you remember that thing that I've been asking for?
Thing you asked for? Sorry, I don't remember. Was there something that you wanted?
Come on, Tom. Please try to remember. It doesn't have to be that much. But can you help out with cleaning the house a bit?
Oh, you were talking about that? June, honey. Last time we talked about this, I thought we already came to a conclusion. We already talked about how since you're only working part-time, that you get home much earlier than I do. Not only that, but unlike me, you're working a pretty easygoing gig at the bookstore. So me needing to do any extra work around the house was unnecessary.
That was just something that you decided on your own, Tom. I didn't agree to anything like that. And I'm definitely not satisfied with the conclusion that you came to. You're also saying that working at the bookstore is some easygoing job, but that's just simply not true.
Not an easygoing job? Come on, June. It can't be that bad. I mean, it's just a bookstore, right? Not even a popular one at that. Most days, there are barely any customers, right? How bad could it possibly get? The way that I see it, it's a really easy job.
All right. I can see how it might look like it's easy at first glance, but it's really not like that. There are so many extra things that you have to do in the back, and there is barely any time for a break. Every day you have to carry boxes full of books from one point to the next. You end up getting quite a workout. There are plenty of people that are getting lower back trouble just from having to carry around so much all the time.
All right, but still, carrying around some books doesn't make the job that hard. I, myself, have to do tons of desk work every day. But I have to work for 8 straight hours. There's a difference there.
Okay, but do you know how long I actually work for? I know it's called a part-time job, but I'm actually working 7 hours a day, 5 days a week. The difference in the amount of hours between an average 40 hours a week full-time job and my 35 hours a week part-time job is hardly worth mentioning.
Sure. But my full-time job isn't just 40 hours. I have plenty of overtime and Saturday work that I have to do. No matter how you look at it, you're the one that has more free time to work on the house. Am I wrong?
Now, I know that you're working more than me.
If you know, then stop making me say it. Unlike someone who works at some part-time job, I am working hard at my company trying to get money for the bills. I'm always busy, and every time I get off work, I'm completely exhausted.
Tom, we're both working. Maybe not the same amount of hours, but I too get pretty worn out after coming home from work. Since we're both tired, couldn't it be at all possible to ask you to help out around the house? As I said, you don't have to do much. Just a little bit would really go a long way.
Now, June, the work that I bring myself to do every day, slaving myself at the office, All of that is to put food on the table and pay the bills. Are you telling me that after working so hard for us to have the money to survive, that you want me to work even more at home? If I'm going to be forced to work on cleaning the house when I get home, what was the point of even getting married? Working on the house and making sure it's clean. That's the role of the wife. That's what we agreed upon when we got married. So, telling me that you can't handle the duties of a wife is akin to saying that you don't want to be a wife anymore. Is that it?
I didn't mean it in that way at all. But, all right, Tom. I get it. I'll do my best and work on the house by myself.
Great. Now, come on, June. Don't go out of your way to try and complain about things that are already working the way they are. You know that working at a proper job, I work at least twice as hard as you do, right? You also know that I am doing all this work just to make sure that we have food on our table and a roof over our heads. So, after a long day of work, please don't come to me with complaints like this. It'll just make me frustrated. Hey, keep it down. Stop pounding on the windows. You're making a racket. You're disturbing the neighbors with all that noise. More than that, what'll you do if you end up breaking a window?
Then hurry up and unlock the door. What on earth are you doing all of a sudden? You get home and immediately just push me out of the house and lock the door?
What are you talking about? You're the one who is in the wrong here. Stay out there and think about what you have done. I'll give you until morning to think it over.
Think about what I have done? Outside? What are you even talking about, Tom? What could I possibly have done that would warrant being thrown out in the cold?
You know exactly why. Where is my dinner, June?
What?
Do you know how late it is, June? What happened to dinner? Where is it? You didn't even try to prepare anything now, did you?
Is that why you're angry? That's why you locked me out? I messaged you this afternoon saying that you'd have to get dinner on your own. I had to work overtime because of the hours I missed when I had to take that day off a few weeks back.
That's your reason for not having my dinner ready for me? I remember telling you before, and you even agreed, but I'll say it one more time. Working around the house, which includes dinner, is your job.
Tom, I get that, but this was out of my control. I simply couldn't make dinner tonight. I barely got home before you did. Not only that, but when I messaged you, I thought that you'd just go ahead and eat out somewhere for dinner. Why didn't you?
Huh? Why do I have to eat out somewhere for dinner? You're the one who said you'll do your best, aren't you? I mean, really? You're the one who couldn't do what you're supposed to, and yet you have the nerve to talk to me like that. You're not some princess that I'm taking care of. You have a job that you have to do at home.
My way of talking? That's not really what you're angry about, right? Tom, I'm sorry, but I'll say it again. I want to do everything that I can in order to be the ideal wife for you. But with being only one person, and only a certain amount of time in the day, there are things that I simply can't do. It's not because I don't want to. I really do want to be the perfect wife. But sometimes there are things just out of my control. Things like today are incredibly rare, right?
All right, I hear you. So no matter what, you're going to refuse to do the duties that you've agreed to.
I'm not refusing to do anything. I'm just asking you to understand that there are times when I just don't have the ability to do them.
Shut up, Jane. All you're doing is making excuses, and I'm not going to stand for it. So, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what'll happen if you try and defy your duties as a wife.
Wait a minute, Tom. Aren't you being a little strange right now? Can we properly talk this out? Please, just open the door and let me inside.
What did you say? Why are you calling me strange? You're the one who isn't doing what they promised they would. Stop unnecessarily making me angry after a long day's work.
I'm already exhausted as it is.
If you're talking about being exhausted, I'm tired too, Tom.
I already told you, you're in no way near the same degree as I am. I have to work at a proper job, not some bookstore. How many times do I have to tell you? You were just being lazy and had decided to skip out on doing what you were supposed to. Isn't that right?
I've been thinking about this for a while now, but... Seriously, Tom. What happened to you? Why have you changed so much? I mean, right after we got married, you were always helping out around the house when you could. You were always making me feel like you actually valued me.
You talk like I don't anymore. Out in the real world, I'm doing the best that I can to provide everything for you. The reason why I'm working so hard is precisely because I value you. And yet, even though I'm working so hard for us, you're trying to force me to do the housework, and even skipping out on actually making dinner.
I'm only saying that since we're both working, I'd like you to help out a little bit around the house too. I'm not trying to force you to do anything. I'm just asking if you could help.
It's strange that you're even wanting me to do anything around the house. Making sure that the house is well kept, everything is running smoothly at home, is the wife's job. That means you, honey. All the other guys I know are not forced to do any housework. That's just the way things are supposed to be. It's supposed to be like that, yet you are talking to me like I don't value you. To me, it's actually you who doesn't value me anymore.
Tom, come on. Why do you have to say that? Everyone's home life is different. It shouldn't matter if that's how other people are doing it. We should do what is best for us. But please, Tom, let's talk inside. Can you open the door, please?
So, June, have you finally thought over what you've done? I'm going for another drink, so you still have some time to think it over. Make sure to think over it long and hard while I'm out. I'm not coming back for someone who isn't actually apologetic. But I'll make sure to come back before too long. So when I get back, I would suggest that you start begging me to let you in.
Tom, where are you right now? I found your mother out on the veranda.
What? What are you talking about, June? What do you mean you found my mom on the veranda?
I mean exactly what I said. I found your mother outside our home on the veranda.
Hey, stop it, June. You're just spouting nonsense. What are you doing? Trying to confuse me or something? It's you who's on the veranda, right? What do you think you're doing? Do you think making up these weird stories will get me to come back and forgive you so easily?
Tom, I'm at the hospital right now. I'm with your sister and her husband. We are looking after your mother as we speak.
Wait, what? Seriously, what are you talking about, June?
Your sister called me a little while ago, asking where your mother was. She was supposed to just stop by our house for a little bit, but she never ended up coming back. She got worried and ended up calling me, asking if I knew where your mother was. Your mother forgot her phone when she left the house, so your sister had no way of contacting her.
Aw.
Your sister says that she wanted to bring us some of her homemade cooking. As you know, I gave her a spare key to the house, so she shouldn't have had any trouble getting in. Apparently, she said that she was just going to enter the house and then leave it for us to enjoy.
Wait, so you're telling me the person that was on the veranda wasn't you?
No, it was your mother! When she arrived at our house, it had just started to rain. So she decided to try and help out and put some of the tools that were out back into the shed. But while she was out there getting the tools, the door was locked and she couldn't get back in. It was you, wasn't it? You're the one who locked her out.
No, you're lying.
I'm not lying. Your sister was concerned, so she decided to come by our house and see if she could find her. She came around the house, but couldn't get into the back. She said she saw something on the veranda, so I left work early to check. When I arrived, I found your mom.
So, wait, you're saying What happened to her?
It's cold today, and it's been raining ever since she arrived at our house. When I found her, she was frozen cold and couldn't even move. I called the ambulance as soon as I could, and she was rushed to the hospital.
Wow, okay. So that means she's alright, right?
She's surviving. But if we were any later in finding her, it could have turned out much worse. Tom, it's the middle of winter! You know that? It's cold enough to catch hypothermia in the daytime, let alone at night in the rain. What were you thinking? Your first messages. What was that about? Think over what I have done while you're out for another drink? What did I do to make you say something like that?
I mean, when I came back, the house was a complete mess. Thoughts of you skipping out on the housework came racing through my head, and... well, I saw someone who I thought was you through the curtains on the veranda. I thought it would be good for you to think it over, so I locked the door.
Tom, do you know what you have done? You have put your own mother's life in danger.
But how was I supposed to know it was my mom? I thought you were just lazing about the house, not doing what you were supposed to, leaving everything in disarray.
Are you kidding me right now, Tom? Are you seriously saying that if it was me, that you'd think it would be okay to do what you did? On a day like this, how could you possibly not know that it's dangerous for someone to be out in the freezing rain for so long?
But you skipping out on chores is also wrong. If you were always properly doing them, I would never have ended up doing this.
The fact that during a time such as this, you refuse to show even a hint of guilt or remorse, but instead sticking to your backward way of thinking is just dumbfounding. You're still talking about house chores? Your mother's life was in danger.
It's because you're putting all the blame onto me. You know perfectly well this isn't all my fault.
Wow. Tom, just stop. I can see whatever I say isn't going to get through to you. Honestly, I don't even want to try and get through to you anymore. I can't stand being around you anymore. I'm done, Tom.
You're done? What do you mean by that?
I want a divorce.
What? You want a divorce? How did you come to that all of a sudden?
How could I not come to that conclusion? I can't handle any more of your backward, chauvinistic ideals. Whether or not you had mistaken her for me, you had locked your own mother out in the freezing rain. But even after finding out about what you had done, you don't think you're wrong in the slightest. I just can't handle being with someone like that.
Now, wait a minute, June. I know that I got carried away, but this happened because you didn't actually do what you were supposed to. You never kept your promises.
You're still spouting that nonsense? That's exactly why I am telling you I want a divorce. I can't be with someone who would do such things. Punish people who don't agree with what you have to say. Time and time again, locking me outside. You've been completely out of line for too long, Tom. I might as well tell you now, but I've already made preparations for a divorce, even before the events of today. I've also already spoken with my lawyer about how to properly proceed.
Lawyer? Why are you suddenly mentioning about a lawyer? Proceed with what?
How do you not understand? To proceed with the divorce. I'll talk to you about the divorce and the settlement some other day. If you have any other complaints or things you want to say, tell it to me then. However, I am not going to be setting another foot in that house.
Wait a minute, June. Please, wait. Are you being serious right now? All this talk about a divorce is just a lie, right? If we get a divorce, what's going to happen to me?
Like I would know? But really, the wife that doesn't value you at all is finally getting out of your life. Isn't that just great? From now on, you can focus on having a nice, happy, wife-free life.
Wait, stop, June. You've got me all wrong. I never said any of that out of malice. I don't actually think that you don't value me. Come on, please come home. We'll discuss it together. Please, I'll apologize too. If you want, I'll beg for forgiveness. Just please come back.
No, absolutely not. Your apologies don't mean anything. They have no value. This is all completely your fault. So take the rest of your life to think it over. The next day, I went straight to the lawyer's office to officially hire the lawyer I had previously consulted with about the divorce. After hearing about what Tom had been doing throughout our marriage, the lawyer told me that I had a wonderful case for divorce and took the case. When Tom's actions concerning the endangering of his own mother's life were put on display for everyone to see during the trial, he became deathly pale. With the reveal, the divorce was set and I had received a large settlement for the mental damages he had caused during our marriage. For him, however, it was actually much worse. All of his horrible actions were revealed to his family. His mother, sister, and pretty much the rest of his family were furious with him, and they had all started cutting ties with him. As far as money goes, since he is just an average office worker, he didn't have enough money to actually afford to pay for the settlement. He was forced to sell the apartment that we owned, then use that money to scrounge up enough to actually pay the settlement. Somehow, his workplace also caught wind of the case and the things he had done. His work environment became hostile, so he ended up quitting. For now, he is living in a run-down apartment, living paycheck to paycheck from a minimum wage job he was able to find somewhere. On the other hand, after the divorce, I started to live alone. I finally realized how abusive the relationship I was in was, and am regaining my independence. I am taking my time and trying to lead a life full of joy and fun over fear.
Hey, Ronnie, are you there? I need to talk to you about something when you get a chance. I was just thinking, would you mind divorcing Rick for me?
Sorry, what is all this about? Who are you? I don't even have this number saved in my phone. What are you even talking about?
My name is Helen. I'm sure you can figure out who I am just from that, though.
I'm assuming that you're Helen as in Rick's ex-wife, Helen? And just why are you sending me messages like this out of the blue?
Ding, ding, ding! Oh, he really can pick them smart, can he? But the thing is that I've already decided to get back with Rick. But before that can happen, I need you and him to get a divorce so that we can get married again.
I see. So basically you want me out of the picture so that you can try and get back with your ex-husband.
Right again! Aren't you such a clever girl? So you'll divorce him for me then, right?
I can tell that you have this plan in your head, but no, absolutely not. Heck, I don't even know if you actually are Rick's ex-wife. You could just be totally lying to me.
What? Don't you believe me? What would I have to gain telling you a silly little lie like that?
Well, think about it. Did you really expect to just be able to message me this stuff, have me say, okay, sure, I'll divorce him, and be done with it? Besides, Rick told me the whole reason you two split up in the first place was because you cheated on him so many times. Have you talked to Rick about this at all? Does he feel the same way about you as you do him?
Oh, I see what you're saying. You really do seem to be a lot more cleverer than I gave you credit for. But I'm afraid that there are many things about your husband that you still don't know.
Well, has anything I've said so far been wrong? Because if not, then I have no idea where you're coming up with the thought that he would ever in a million years want to get married to you again.
Here's the thing about Rick. Maybe it was just because he knew that he could never do better than me, but he actually never wanted to get divorced in spite of all my affairs. The truth is, it was his parents that made him leave me. They're both really strict people who care about their family image a lot. I guess they were worried about what kind of effect staying with me would have on them. They told Rick that he needed to leave me right away and squeeze as much alimony from me as he could in the process.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's probably what I would do too.
But actually, it was right around the time that I started seeing a really wealthy CEO. We were even talking about marriage while I was still with Rick. So by the time we were getting our divorce, it was perfect because I'd already found another man who could give me much more than Rick ever could.
I see. I still have a lot of questions that I wanted to ask, but honestly, you more or less confirmed a lot for me right there.
What are you talking about?
Well, okay then, I guess I'll ask one more thing. You and Rick got divorced around 6 years ago now, right?
That's right. Who knows, it might even be a little longer since then, actually.
And the only reason you divorced him, according to you, is because you found someone who made more money than him. So then why, 6 years later, are you trying to get back with him?
Well, that should be obvious, shouldn't it? Rick is rich now.
He is. You mean in, like, life experience?
Oh, please, don't play dumb with me. I already know all about it. I already knew that Rick's father started up his own business about 5 years ago, and that it was a big success. I also know that about a year ago he got sick and had to step down as CEO. So for a bit over a year now, Rick has been running his father's company and has been super wealthy.
Oh, I see. And I still don't see the point that you're trying to make here.
And I'm gonna marry him again now that he's a CEO. Back then he might have been just another lowly office drone, but now he's a rich and powerful owner of a company. I can't wait to be living a life with that kind of money behind me. I mean, that's really what happened, right?
Okay, so then, just to confirm, you divorced and are now seeking to remarry Rick, all because of how much money he makes.
I don't care how you try and twist my words. The fact is that Rick is and always has been mine. And now that I've decided it's time for me to take him back, I need you out of the way, understand? Don't worry, I'm sure you can get plenty money out of Rick in the divorce, so just go and divorce him already. Hey Ronnie, are you there? It has been a little while since we last spoke. I wanted to see how things were going along on your end. Have you gotten the divorce yet? How long are you going to keep me waiting? I assume you checked in with Rick about it, right? So it should be all over now? I don't know why you're making this more difficult than it ought to be.
Hey there, Helen. Yes, I asked Rick. He admitted to seeing you behind my back.
Yes, see? I told you. So you two are getting a divorce then?
Well, unfortunately, it isn't quite that simple. There are a lot of complicated issues that we have to settle first before we can begin to start getting divorced in earnest.
What do you mean by that? And you better not give me any kind of lame excuse. I don't want you to keep me waiting any longer than strictly necessary.
I mean that Rick and I getting a divorce would have an impact on the company, and so we're figuring that out first. We even went to Rick's father and asked for his input into the situation.
Ooh, okay. So that's what's taking you guys so long then. I knew this would end up being a massive pain. Can you just hurry up at least?
Oh yes, I'm really so sorry that this whole thing of me getting a divorce isn't going as smoothly as you wanted it to. There's just so much to untangle before we can divorce, so you'll just have to wait.
Oh, by the way, that reminds me, you two do actually work at the same company, right?
Now who's a clever girl? I did just say that. Though I'm not sure the picture you have in your head is as accurate as you'd like it to be.
You know, Ronnie, I really don't appreciate your sarcasm.
Noted.
Oh, whatever. Anyway, if you two divorced, that'd make it pretty awkward if you stuck around there, don't you think? Of course, I don't really care about what happens to you one way or the other, but I like the idea of you being forced out of the company. Then that way, not only can I say that I've taken your husband, but I'll have also left you completely jobless. Can you imagine? That would just be crazy. I think I might have really outdone myself here.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I think you might be a little mistaken there.
Whatever, I didn't ask. Just hurry up and divorce already, got it? I'll give you a week to figure it out. Hey, Ronnie, pick up the phone when I call you. Don't ignore me.
Ronnie, I am serious. This isn't a joke. I can't seem to get a hold of Rick at all anymore. What is going on here? Do you know something? You have to tell me. I know that you know. Come on and tell me.
Oh, hello again, Helen. I'm really sorry for missing your calls.
As you should be. This is really serious.
I'm sure. I'm just still working and didn't have time to pick up. Now, what is this about not being able to reach Rick?
Well, that's just sad. I don't know what happened. Don't tell me that you don't want him to divorce you so badly that you locked him up inside your house and are refusing to even let him go outside.
Wow, that was surprisingly spot on.
You are? Seriously?
No, of course not. But I'm pretty sure his parents told him to cut you off if he wants any chance at staying in their good graces.
Why is this becoming so much more difficult than I thought? And why won't you two just get divorced already? What were you even talking about when you said your divorce would affect the company? I mean, who are you anyways? You are probably a nobody there. Just another faceless worker that could be replaced at the snap of Rick's fingers.
Actually, I'm afraid that I'm rather irreplaceable for the time being.
Wow. You must really think that the universe revolves around you or something, huh?
Oh, by the way, Helen, you work at Sonic Industries, don't you?
Yeah, that's right. I've been there for about 6 months. But I don't see what this has to do with anything. I just want to quit so that I can marry Rick and be a trophy wife. What, did you stalk me a little or something?
So, then you know all about Titus Core.
Yeah, of course I do. You're talking about the company Rick runs after all. Your soon-to-be former company.
So then you know that Sonic and Titus, as companies, work very closely together on a lot of projects, yes?
Yeah. This is all old news to me. But if you must know, it was all thanks to my job at Sonic that I was able to visit Titus and reconnect with Rick.
Oh, is that how it happened? Well, it does certainly match up with what Rick told me about how you two met.
Well, good. So then does that mean that you'll finally get divorced? Because the faster you do, the faster the two of us will be able to marry, and then I can finally just live in the lap of luxury.
Well, even though you seem to think you know a lot about Titus, I think you might be missing some key information.
What are you talking about? Information like what?
So you really have no idea what I'm talking about?
I really don't. I think you're just a sore loser.
Okay, then. I'll ask just to make sure. Who is the current CEO of Titus?
Well, it's Rick, of course.
I see. Is that your final answer?
What do you mean? Of course it is. He's the boss. It's the only answer.
I'm afraid that is incorrect. The CEO of Titus is in fact not Rick.
What are you talking about?
And since Titus is such a close partner of Sonic's, I recommend you learn this well.
You're crazy. Of course Rick is the CEO. You don't know what you're talking about. He's the son of the company's founder. When his dad stepped down, Rick took over. It's just that simple. You just don't want to give up your place as the wife of a CEO, huh? That is why you're trying to trick me with all these lies. God, that's just pathetic. You are a sad, sad person.
Well then, I'm afraid that the two of you are probably going to get fired then.
Keep dreaming. Ronnie, what is all this? What were you trying to talk to me about yesterday? What did you mean when you said that Rick wasn't the CEO of Titus? Because I checked their website and it says that you are the CEO. What kind of trick is this, huh? Did you edit the website or something?
Nothing like that at all, Helen. The website is correct. Well, I suppose it might be more accurate to say that Rick's father is still the one pulling the strings. There was one point where his father thought of passing along the company to Rick. The only reason he stepped down in the first place was because of health issues. He decided he could no longer handle much of the day-to-day of the company, but he still shows his face and makes appearances around the office or at corporate events.
But what about Rick taking over the company?
Well, his father based Rick's succession on if he demonstrated a readiness to take over. But since Rick never did show the keen judgment that his father was looking for, he felt uncomfortable handing off the reins to him. Instead, he opened up the position to internal hires and began to work with HR to look for the most appropriate candidates. On a whim, I submitted my application, hoping that my experience would shine through, and I guess it did.
But this can't be. I mean, you're only 35 years old.
That's fair. Most people are quite surprised by my age, but I was working under Rick's father as a director at his company. But when he left and started up his own company, he reached out and asked if I'd like to get in on the ground floor of his new project. So I've been an executive for Titus ever since the very start. That's actually when I first met Rick.
I can't believe this. I never knew any of this.
Well, that isn't all. I think we should talk about the way that you were treating me earlier.
What do you mean by that? This can't be happening. This is a nightmare. How did I end up getting fired? This doesn't make any sense.
Ah, I see you had a chance to talk to your boss, yes? If it is any consolation, Rick has also been let go of his position here at Titus.
What? But why? What did we do?
Oh, please, don't act like you couldn't see this coming. You two were billing your dates as business meetings between our two companies. Rick even charged some of your hotel rooms to the company, thinking no one would bother to check.
What? He did? I had no idea.
Funny, because your president told me you were doing the exact same thing. Or you would always take business trips as an opportunity to have an all-expenses-paid luxury vacation.
No, it isn't true. That isn't how it happened.
Don't bother lying. We have all of the receipts and we have dashcam video from the company car.
So then, you have video proof.
That's right. And now let me say something to you on a more personal note. You and Rick will be hearing from my lawyers regarding your affair.
You're going to sue me?
That's right. And since both you and Rick have lost your jobs, I'm afraid that you won't be able to call on him to help you pay for what you'll owe. You'll have to pay it all yourself.
No, you can't, please. I'm begging you. You have to show me a little pity. I don't have anything left. I don't even have a job. Forgive me. You can have Rick. I don't even want him anymore.
Well, that makes two of us, Helen.
You can't be serious about this, right? Please. I didn't even do anything wrong. How can you be so cruel?
Goodbye for now. You'll be hearing from my lawyers very soon. I'm sure of it. After Rick and I divorced, he ran off to live with Helen. But when he got there, she was in bed with another man, and it became a huge fight. But even after all that drama, Rick still didn't want to let go of Helen. But Helen no longer saw any value in Rick since he was fired and promptly kicked him to the curb. In an act of revenge, Rick found the wife of the other man Helen was seeing. Once again, Helen found herself the subject of a lawsuit for ruining yet another marriage. All the while, Rick continued to try and press marriage papers onto Helen. The two of them finally got married, if for no other reason than to ease their mutual financial burdens. Now the two of them share a tiny space and work hard to earn enough money to pay back what they owe. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.